Ding. Hello. Hello. One of you lot speak.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello.
Well, there we go.
Hello.
It's working.
Hello.
So allegedly, the stream can hear us. I say this with great confidence. Hello, nerds. Welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. We play lots of tabletops. D&D, Pathfinder, Carbon. We've done some Masks, Tale of the Loop. We've done Vampire. We did an Alien RPG one-shot. Alien's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good.
Pathfinder Second Ed. We got some start box stuff going on with that. But tonight we are playing Carbon 2185, which uses the 5th edition rules, and is Cyberpunk. We are 31 sessions in, which is, if anyone is lucky enough to play campaigns with their friends, getting 30 plus sessions in is unbelievable. So well played to you lot. Ding ding ding. What do we normally do? I've not got a mail. Social media. We're on social media. Whoop whoop. We're on social media. So if you go to like Instagram or Twitter or Facebook and search for Heavyweight Gaming, you will find us. We have also got a Discord channel that you can join, and we sometimes never shut up on it, and sometimes it goes quiet for a few days. But if you want to join in and ask us questions and get involved with our little community that is growing and growing and growing, join the Discord. If you want to find out what's cracking on, apparently I've got to say you've got to hit the follow, and there's a little notification thing and it tells you when you're happening. We've also got a YouTube channel, which has already been put in the chat. So if you go to the YouTube channel and just search Heavyweight Gaming, if you don't happen to have the chat up and you're watching us at a later point in time, follow it and all that good stuff. The more follows we get, the more we get told that we should put more stuff out, which is cool. And comment on it. Comments are nice. We get some likes, but I need comments. So that's social media. We are sponsored. This is sponsored by Dragon Turtle Games Limited, who are the creators of Carbon 2185. And if you buy anything from their web store and you put the code WAITE, WAITE, into it, you will get 10% off. And they've got loads of... They've actually got a... I don't know if this stacks. They currently, I think, you'd have to double check. If you go to that site, they've got 50% off everything at the minute to celebrate the Lunar New Year. So yeah, go check that out. I don't think the code will stack, so I'm not sure you're going to get 60% off. But hey, can't blame you for trying. What else have we got?
Bits, rerolls.
Bits. If you're
The most
feeling
important bit for you, Niall.
yeah. If you're
I can't go on
feeling
hitting
a
them
little
all.
bit spicy and you want to throw a do you feel sorry for the adventurers? Donate 200 bits / cheers to give the party a reroll. Monkey face. They can't be used on the DM or death saving throws, they can only hold 5 at a time, and they don't roll over to the following week. So yeah, if you're feeling up for it, throw them 200 bits and they get a reroll. If you throw in 1,000,000 bits, I get a reroll, and I'll retire. So yeah. Sirenscape. We use Sirenscape for all... They're not a sponsor, but they are brilliant. We use them for all our ambient... Thank you, Bardic Inspiration UK, for 200 bits. You got a reroll, folks. We use Sirenscape for all our ambient sounds in the background. It's on the same mixture as the players. Let me know if it's too loud. It will start playing soon. Let me know if it's too loud, and I'll try and adjust it for your benefit, chat. They're super cool at what they do. If you're playing around a table and you're using a tablet, a phone, a Bluetooth device, your laptop or whatever, they're really cool for setting that ambience. If you're playing online, like we obviously are, your players can download the web player app from Sirenscape's website. You invite them to your game, whatever music you play on your sound set goes through their web app, and they can turn it up and down to their heart's content. So you can still create the ambience from miles and miles away. It's really cool, really, really cool. When we do get into the maps, we use Roll20, virtual tabletop known as Roll20. If you haven't heard of it, just type in Roll20. It's really cool, really simple, really easy to pick up if you're just using it for the basics. It does have other advanced features, but go check them out yourselves, like dynamic lighting and stuff. We use Frag Maps. If you just go to... There you go. Isn't a sponsor yet. I'm working on it. I will bully them. I won't. They're lovely. They're super lovely. Yeah, we used Frag Maps. Last week, go check out... Not last week, week before's things. We had a truck in a back alley. It's kind of... I don't really know how to describe the style. Isometric 3D. One of you lot might have a better description of it. They're super cool. Just go check out Frag Maps on Patreon. Or Facebook, on Twitter as well. just type in frag maps. They're super, super cool. And we shall be using them for every opportunity I can possibly muster. So thank you to frag maps. And we use Coyote Grey's Chibi tokens, who did a Cyberpunk token pack. Now, I can't say they were specifically done for me. However, when I mentioned we played Cyberpunk, all of a sudden there was a Cyberpunk Chibi pack. So if you fancy it, go on Roll20, go to their market, look for Coyote Grey, and the Chibi tokens he's got there are brilliant, like for fantasy and Cyberpunk and stuff. So go check them out. I think that is it. We do have a source book out called Tasha's Heavier Crockpot of Bits and Bobs. It's more fantasy based, hence the name Tasha, but it's 200 copies plus sold. DM's Guild, go check it out. 81 pages. There's artwork in there from our nerdy friends. There's subclasses of spells from our 80 new spells from our nerdy friends. So we're dead proud of it. So yeah, if you fancy it, go check it out. Don't think Chase has ever used a reroll yet. That's because he don't fall over.
Now he doesn't.
Challenge accepted. 14 megamechs turn up.
Alright, I'll bring the big gun.
And they do chase damage. That is their damage type. Right. Yeah, it's just me and Gene. So, we'll have a recap. Let me get some music going. Sirenscape. Bear with me, folks. Ooh, where's the nightclub? Warehouse. Oh, there we go. Let's go with you. Bam, bam, bam. See, this might be a bit loud, so I do apologise. There we go. Hopefully you can that. So, recap time. Having been given a job, well, they've done a lot, to be fair. They've recently stepped away from being incredibly involved with the Crown Estate Mega Corporation, a little bit of Nightingale, a couple of street mercs with a bit of a needs to come down a fair bit. Oh, is that really loud? Right, I brought it a bit further down. Bardic, let us know. So yeah, they got a breather. They ended up on Mars. They were in Olympus Mons, biggest mountain on Mars, in a facility. They smuggled a synthetic child, which is a sentence I never thought I'd say, off Mars. They unfortunately lost one of their members, friends, compadres. Also, another one of them chose to stay on Mars to protect the actual child that was on Mars, while they obviously smuggled the robot one off. Still a little bit more. You've got some sensitive ears. That's all I'm saying, but a bit more. There you go, I've done it a bit more. Thank you, Mel. So, they finally got back to Earth. They chilled out in an hotel. They handed over the assets they acquired to the Crown Estate representatives, and are currently being left alone. They had a little chinwag, drunk some expensive booze and some cheap booze, and spent a fair amount of moolah, one longs as it is known in Carbon, and decided to just branch out on the more casual stuff that they'd heard rumours that other cyberpunks do, like, rob trucks, or work for street gangs, or, just shoot somebody now and then for a few
Casual.
quid. Casual cyberpunking rather than off-world lunacy. After putting an order in for some stuff that wasn't quite available at the Sons of Chaos very, 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 very nice bar, they went and accepted the robbing of a truck. They entered the back alley of it. There's another sentence I didn't think I'd say. They killed everybody there and took off in the truck. I will say, we got to see Chase solo a war mech, which was ridiculous. Not in offensive capability, the war mech just got tired of trying to kill Chase. Driving away, Chase and Abel, I believe, were in the back. The police turned up as the stealing of the truck was not a quiet affair. Police turned up. They're driving down the highways. They are about an hour away, I believe I said, on drive. For a drive, yeah? Or was it a bit closer? Yep. I think you'd got a bit closer. But give or take an hour. You stand still in traffic anyway because of whatever's happening ahead of you. Abel and Chase jumped out of the back because they're looking for someone quite possibly would fit in the description of Chase, who stood in the street with a minigun, obliterating everything within a 12-foot radius. And they headed into the streets away from the highway. There was discussion of what they should do with their free time. Chase and Abel decided that efficiency and getting back to the Sons of Chaos bar was a better choice, and they set off through the streets. Jean, who is not with us at the moment, maybe dropping in a bit later, is currently with the police, or near where the police were when they attended the scene, and is currently on radio silence. Just before communications went to him being on radio silence, he relayed back to you, and you'll understand this 413X and probably Abel, and probably an actual being a smuggler. The scanners that the police have generally pick up silent communications going in and out from people they're interrogating on the streets, because they can. So he's gone radio silent while he interacts with the police. Last thing he said is he'll cause a long enough delay there in hope that you guys get away safe and sound. Chase and Abel, you're just like tabbing it through the streets. Are you walking or are you straight up tabbing cello, pink mohawk dwarf hair, 75 foot, 10 foot 3 Chase? Or are you casually walking?
I would make an argument for casually walking, because I was saying if we try and if it takes an hour to walk back, we'll take an hour and a half just to make sure. We'll go the extra long route. Yeah. Try and shake.
Oh, that's right. It's an hour back for your walk. It's about 20 minutes drive for them from where they are now. Yeah. Okay.
If they weren't stuck in traffic.
Yeah. Traffic. So, Chase, are you arguing back with Abel, or are you following the let's just get back, let's walk? I just need to know.
Yeah, I'll follow Abel.
You can spend 20 minutes crying about it, but I just need to know. 413X and you see a couple of police officers checking the vehicles in front of you, and they're walking towards, and they're shining flashlights into the back seats of the cars, and obviously front. They're checking the boots. For American folk, that's trunk. And you just sticking the feet out the window. Why are they sticking the feet out the window? Anyway. They get to your lorry, and they shine the torch in, and you're driving, aren't you?
Yes, I am, and I changed my clothes.
Yeah, you've already changed, so you look like a driver, and 413X has worn his cosplay assassin outfit.
Yeah.
It's his birthday, we're taking him out.
Well, them out.
I didn't even have to lose a finger.
I got deep. The flashlight comes in through the cab, and they don't interact with you. And then you see one of them, and they've got like a large speed gun in their hand, and they're just aiming it at the walls of the lorry. And you can see a blue light on the wall. From your angle, you can't see, but you're both aware that that is an X-ray of sorts, or a thermal imaging. There's some imaging going on with this device, and they walk up and down the thing. Both of you give me. Is there a insight? Is it, or people? Not both. Is there an insight?
Presence.
Presence is probably.
You want to do a presence?
I think presence is more your scene.
Yeah, it's.
As in how you present yourself if you just stood there quietly or something.
Give me streetwise checks.
Yeah.
Oh, good call. I don't get a minus on this.
You
one.
get advantage, Ewan, because you're a smuggler.
21.
No.
Oh, did you say I get advantage?
Yeah.
Ah, sick. See if I get better. I got 16 again, so it's still 21.
Okay.
16.
Cool. It's not difficult. I mean, for yourself, 413X, you've had enough experience with this lot now that you can. You're reading people better than before. Basically, it's just a evolution of your time with them. You're a smuggler. Like, people reading is kind of part and parcel of, keeping you alive.
Mm-hmm.
They're very interested. The two police officers that are scanning the walls of the truck, and they kind of nudge each other and have a little conversation too far away from you, further down from further down the truck walls, of what's inside the truck. But they make no other effort, and they just bang on the truck as a gesture of checked, and then they move on to the cars and stuff behind you.
Cool.
Can never trust these dirty, corrupt bastards. Or the cyberpunks. Chase and Abel. Well, Chase is dead, just gone. Abel, give me a perception check.
The 11.
11.
Yeah.
You crack on with your life, mate.
Good.
When Chase gets here, he can roll a perception check. About half an hour, maybe 40 minutes passes. You haven't moved in traffic. More people are kind of getting out of their vehicles now, kicking off with the police, getting brutally put back in their vehicles. You hear the odd gunshot, maybe ahead or behind. It kind of echoes. What's the word? It echoes incoherently around you. Like, there's so much going on, it's hard to pinpoint where the gunshot's gone off. It then calms for a little bit. There's less people pipping their horns and stuff. Good chance violence was used as an example of behave, which is not a shock. It has been a long time since you were on Earth, Ian, but the same sort of rules. It feels like those with the bigger guns and more people tend to do the bossing around in that particular moment. 413X is just calculating every single geometric angle before he backflips out the cab and assassinates 75 corrupt police officers, all for swearing. And after that half hour, 40 minutes, traffic slowly starts moving again. It will take a little bit of time to get up to full whack, but you are now slowly moving again, maybe 20 miles an hour. It is just a trickle at the minute. Yeah, but you've been at it now about half an hour. You're taking a deliberate long way around. You get a message that comes through from the Sons of Anarchy. I get sued from the Sons of Chaos. The Sons of Anarchy have taken over the Sons of Chaos. In an absolute war of a stealing of name.
Just broke out a thesaurus and decided to change name.
Oh, we'll go for that. Sons of a bit of the, naughty time. So, you get a message from the Sons of Chaos, redirecting the lorry to a warehouse, maybe from their current trajectory, maybe 15 minutes away from the bar and its warehouse. But only you get the message.
Alright. I'll
Perception check, Chase, by the way, you weren't here.
Yep, sorry about that. Somebody went front door.
How dare they? Do they not know that we're smuggling things?
Shocking.
It's 8:30.
Sorry, James. Sorry. Shocking.
There's the nun in him. At this time. What you do, Abel? Did you do anything?
No, not yet.
Okay.
In fact, no. I'll call up the pub, or I'll call up the bar, and try and get in touch with our contact, and just be like, I've just got this message. Is this from you? Just double checking. We've had issues.
Give me a people check. Just a straight up people roll.
3.
3.
Yep. I just had Grace laugh. Right, I'm not even talking that loud. She probably.
I mean, you've got a reroll. I don't know if you want to save it for, a death saving
fuck it.
throw.
It'll be alright.
But you can't use them all.
Don't cry, James.
When you call the pub, you get a rough, deep voice on the other end. You convince them quickly who you are. They spend a moment looking up the job, just for confirmation that you're not just telling porkies, and they confirm that there is a rerouting of the truck because it was noisier than they'd anticipated, and they don't want the heat at the bar.
That's fine. At that point, I'll give 413X a call.
Alright. You get a call phone for it.
I'll answer it.
I mean, this is Shakespearean, kids. I'm just saying.
It's fucking incredible.
Hello?
I'll give him a call and basically just say I've had a message off our off the caretaker, and they've said that they're going to be a bit late. Are you going to be okay to go somewhere else and do that other job before carrying on to where we're supposed to be going?
Literally just going to patch you into the call. This unit does not understand what you're referring to. However, I have patched Ewan into the call.
What's going on?
How are things looking for you at the moment?
Seems okay thus far. The officers seem to have satisfactorily scanned our vehicle and moved on.
Brilliant.
But they seem to loiter a little bit longer than I'd appreciate.
Cool. Are you on the move to that next job because the client? Are you on the move because the client's getting a bit antsy at the moment?
Are we driving now, or is the traffic still?
You're 20 miles an hour driving. I've been for
Okay.
about 10,
Yeah, I'm
15
driving
minutes.
apparently.
Yeah. I said that. If you don't pay attention, you crash and die.
No. 20 miles an hour, no, it's fine. Cruise control. Speed 2. Yeah, we're driving. We're driving slowly because there's a bit of traffic going on. Police are still around.
Okay. Give me a call back when you clear the traffic, because I know what the police are like with people on their phones whilst they're driving.
Yeah. Are we
This
still
unit can
going?
confirm that we are using hands-free.
Thank you, 413X.
I've got.
That's very kind.
I've got internal comms. It's speaking in my brain. Are we still okay for the same drop-off, or has anything changed?
There's been changes, but don't worry about that now. I'll let you know.
That was very insightful of you, yeah.
Well, why would he be calling otherwise?
Because he's not anywhere near you. Thanks for the horse dance of the whole day.
We knew that we were going to meet back up at the
Pub.
bar.
Yep.
That was established before we split up. So if he's calling, something's up. It's like if anyone calls you nowadays, it's usually someone's dead. No one calls anymore.
Fucking hell.
So it's sus.
I'm not going to go phone my gran.
Right, that got dark real quick. So, Chase, a bright balloon, pink and bluey colour. What'd you get on your perception check?
8.
8. Crack on with your life.
That's right. I only got 11, mate.
So, making your way to the bar, 20 miles an hour, up to 30, up to 40. You're now at a steady 50 going along. You're not far. Maybe now that you've caught up with traffic and stuff, you've still got about a 15-minute drive, so it's taking you a couple of hours to travel 5 minutes worth that would have been in normal traffic. Abel and Chase, you are about half an hour's walk away by the time this all syncs up. There's still blue lights are going everywhere. A fire engine or two comes past. going in the opposite direction. None of you have seen an ambulance. Just putting it out there. Of all the blue light services after an enormous gunfight of death, there's been no ambulance. I was going to do the ambulance noise then, and I can't remember it. There you go.
I don't think you need an ambulance. I think you need a coroner
No, they're
after
dead as well.
chase.
Some of the bullets ricocheted. So,
What I'm saying is, regret nothing.
you're about half an hour away, you're about 15 minutes drive away.
So, Abel, what's your backstory then? Where did you come from?
You asked the wrong player.
Where did you go?
Where did you come from?
Got an eye.
And at this moment, you get a call
Make sure
from
my-
you, and we've passed the traffic.
Oh, you're right, Ewan. How you? Oh,
While
God.
you're on the blower, what's your backstory?
Vaguely fleshy, some mechanical bits.
Nice. Great. Yeah, so we got message from Sons of Chaos. Didn't want to call, then say it straight over the phone because obviously we know what the police are like. I'm assuming they're Mars police and Mars cops. They're probably exactly the same as Earth cops. Sons of Chaos have sent us to a different location. I'll ping it to you now.
Thank you kindly.
Do you answer, Chase?
Yeah. So Chase, take a seat. Sit down. Pull up a chair. I'll find a bar with a outside seating.
Are we
There's
going for a
plenty.
break now while they do this?
We'll see.
I'm gonna go
It's-
make a quesadilla.
It's able. It's able. This backstory could be like 3 words.
Yeah.
Fuck
Um,
and off. So you find a bar quite easily.
Just sort of get the papers ready. I was born, so Chase, I was born in San Francisco, but as a wee lad, I sort of went to the shit schools, and I was District 5 lad through and through growing up. And then when I got to 18, I decided, you know what, I want something better for myself, and so I went out and I looked around. And I took a job with Nightingale, and they told me in this job advert that if I took this job, I could go and see the stars and it would be amazing. Roll on 25 years of working in the docks in a Mars hab. The only time I get to see the stars is through the Chuffing Dome. But it's okay because I used to while away my time sitting in a pub which looked like a saloon. Hence why I love cowboys. Watching all of the old flicks, like The Dirty Dozen, and some other ones that I had queued, but now I've been put on the spot. I can't fucking remember them. 1,000 Ways to Die in the West. That was a great one.
Wow.
Magnificent Seven coming to mind, I hope.
$7
It's full of dollars.
Shame.
Josie
That one with Chris
Wales.
Pratt. It's great.
Tombstone.
That
And yeah,
one with
so-
Chris Pratt. Abel dies on the spot.
It won't be hard for him, he's that short.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cowboys and Aliens. That's a terrible
That was an
movie.
amazing film. What are you on about? Classic.
Let's just agree that it was a film.
Star Wars.
Yeah, Serenity, amazing spaghetti western, based in the stars, loosely based on my life actually. And yeah, from there I bumped into Ryan and a colourful lass, and they gave me a job and handed me some money, and
Blueberry's a hard name to remember, I'll give you that.
it is, yeah, especially when you've not written it down. And yeah, went from there. Sort of Ryan sent me off to meet up with Jean to look after him, wherever Jean is.
You're doing a great job,
Fine.
Abel.
Sure,
You're
it's
doing a great
fine.
job.
Yeah. To be fair, my
He does need a
contract,
minder.
my contract with Jean sort of ran out as soon as Mason got sorted. I just decided to stick around because you know what, Mars is shit. Sorry for
Never been to Mars.
I phoned 413X up quickly and
Just
apologised for
apologise.
swearing and then put the phone down.
There's a lot of sand in Mars.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
gets
rough and
gets
coarse
in.
and gets everywhere.
John's a good lad. He can't drive for shit.
Or fly, or
I'll
talk,
fly. Yeah.
or he's reasonably good with computers, from what I hear. Much better than any other hacker that you've ever had, apparently. That's what he was telling me
To
anyway.
be fair, the little Lego man sat on the table is a better hacker than you've ever had.
He's a good medic. When he wants to be.
Space syphilis.
He's got a bit of a short fuse, though, hasn't he? Like,
Short fuse. Don't want to speak.
it's a height. Funny. Yeah. I'm not the shortest one in the group, Chase. Not the shortest one in the group. I've got 413x by an inch. Yeah.
I honestly don't know what's going on right now.
Neither do I.
This is the most I've heard Dave talk in any roleplay situation. It's freaking me out, right?
All right, I neck my drink, look at Chase, and be like, "Are we done, or do you want to talk more? Just fill for time, for no reason."
The time.
I look at my watch and start
That's
tapping my drink.
What's your backstory?
So Chase, what's your backstory? Jean was saying something about there being like 4 or 5 others of you in some random Olympus Mons somewhere, or whatever that is.
The mountain that you saw
I
for
ordered
25
another drink.
years.
I wasn't there for that.
No, but you could see it for 25 years. Part of the mega corporation that you worked for.
He was mostly looking at the stars because that's what he wanted to look
He's
at.
still gonna look up.
It doesn't necessarily mean Olympus Mon was there as he was looking.
It's definitely.
Mars's gravity is less than ours, so you know the fact that I'm only like 5'1",
So your
everyone
eyes go
else
up
was
with
7 foot. Of course, I was having to look up. Everything on the horizon was kneecaps.
He thought he was looking at Olympic Mons, but it's actually someone's Mons pubis.
Wow. So that's like the last 3 things you've said, Lauren, have been euphemisms.
In your
Isn't that why you asked me to play?
No, it's true. Yeah, fair. So your
no, we got
backstory,
no-
Chase, is
Oh, I'm
you a
sorry.
massive robot that's going to end the world. All right, I'll send you some stuff. You are 15 minutes drive away. You are half an hour walk away. All right. You've had your little back. You're 35 minutes away now. You've wasted 5 minutes because that was a Shakespearean backstory. Like I was there. I was there. I was there. I honestly, I
Good.
was the tall, fat lad next to you, laughing. Just, you know.
Ian,
Should we just...
Yeah.
do you normally get random phone calls from Abel apologising and then hanging up? This unit is very confused.
For very different reasons.
I've not worked with Abel before, but thought you may have.
No, this is my first time.
Oh, okay. I think I might block his number for a while.
So was the deal.
We'll have a talk about consent when we get back.
Okay.
Fuck is happening? You redirect to the warehouse, or do you carry on to the pub?
Redirect.
Cool. You redirect. It's 15 minutes away from the bar, and about 20-25 minutes from where you are right now, if it was to be a bit of a off triangle. And by the time you get there, you come off the highway and you follow some more. The street lamps there seem to be broken, or the bulbs flicker. It immediately goes from District 3, where you are, very industrial, very heavy footfall, to a bit more District 5-y, where it's a bit more if Mad Max moved into your council estate. And you start driving down the street to the warehouse that was sent to you by Abel.
As we're driving there, I just go to 413X, like, keep your guard up. Because Sarah's a bit sketchy.
This unit is already scanning for any kind of assailants.
Just keep your head in a swivel.
Both of you give me perception checks.
18.
19.
Cool. You still see people around. It's not as heavily footfall, and There's the odd bit of music coming from small devices that they've got on the floor in front of them, and a lot of like street corner gang type aesthetic as you're driving down this road. You don't see any gang patches or corporation, insignia or anything like this. Everyone seems to be generically neutral and just enjoying what they perceive to be music, or the fact that hanging out on the street corner is great. But they all eyeball the truck as it comes down the road. Some of them back away from it a little bit, as if to give you space, as if you needed it, you're in a truck. And about 70 feet down the road, the battered and broken warehouses, industrial area of this particular, where the streets come off the main roads, the door itself looks immaculate, like it was installed yesterday. Big roller shutter door, easily wide enough for a lorry to drive through. It's not quite chrome, but it is brand new, is this door, and it is been installed on this broken. Some of the from where you two are looking up, you can see that the roof seems to be missing chunks of it. Some of the framework's visible on the thing over there, but the door is beautiful, and it just begins to roll up. Go on.
Yitten,
Yeah.
this unit is not fitted with a head swiveling mechanism. However, this unit has ascertained that most of the people in this area are backing away from us.
Yeah, sorry, it was a turn of phrase. I just meant keep your eyes open and be aware of everything. I apologize. Yeah, so it looks like there's the place. So
Would you like this unit to get out and approach first?
I think that might be wise.
Okay. 413X will pop the door, and without even the truck slowing, and then just step out onto the road.
Cool. You can give me a land roll.
A what, bro?
Land
Crash into
vehicle, land
413X.
vehicle roll. Yeah,
No, I am slowing down.
that's great.
So
I didn't think you were taking it at 50 miles an hour, to be honest.
21.
21, cool. You only just killed 413X instead of totally killed 413X. As you were manoeuvring, you can see that there is a wide alley / road opposite the shutter door that you can drive up and angle yourself to reverse better. As you're doing that, 413X, as the shutter doors come high enough, like for yourself to walk under, if you wish to, you can see inside that the docking area where the lorries would park up is kind of raised enough that it reaches the lip of the lorry, similar to where you stole it from, and it's quite wide. It goes up maybe, looking to you, like if you just peek left, you can see they could probably get 30 lorries here. But if you look on the outside, all the doors are mashed in and there's rubble and stuff on the floor, and then you look back in and it looks not brand new but well kept, clean. You
The
see
front
that
is a facade then, except for this one roller shutter door.
yes, you see that the ceiling is intact and there are bright lights beaming down. You can see workers pulling pallets up and down this steel dock, and there are a couple of those that are armed and kind of just keeping an eye on the workers, but they're not like, it's not like prison keeping an eye on, they just happen to be armed. And imagine the Tesco security chap with an assault rifle and a bulletproof vest.
I struggle to imagine what that looks like, but okay.
You don't have security guards or Tesco? Do you have a Tesco's?
No.
Do you have security guards?
At an airport, yes.
Do you have supermarkets?
Are they armed?
No, and yes to you.
So, imagine a security guard who you see normally not armed, but armed.
Oh, okay.
So a bit casual, but they're carrying. And they're kind of chin wagging. And there's a few vending machines. There's always a hot chocolate vending machine.
Ooh.
There's a almost internal porter cabin on the right hand side, which you assume is some sort of administrative area. Do you enter the building, or are you just going to be outside guiding Yeon in?
I'll wait on the outside and see if anyone approaches, and if not, I'll then guide you in, and
Lots
then
of sorry.
hop onto the platform and wait for her to have backed the truck all the way up.
Cool. Lots of people watching, and they kind of all. It's like all of a sudden a perimeter's up, not visible, but you can see that they'll only come within a certain distance of this warehouse. But they kind of more and more like they're swelling in number, but they won't actually come any closer. You could just see more of them behind, if you know what I mean. Like a crowd against a fence. Yeon is perfectly reversing this thing in, as if using a spirit level and a blindfold, and reverses into the warehouse, into dock number 3. And you can see that there's 2 more lanes, and the rest go further up the thing. Yeon, as you go in, you see the similar things. It's perfectly clean, bright lights. There is a ceiling. You can see the workers obviously in the mirrors, pottering around, and you can see that they could fit more lorries in here. There is no other lorries here, but they could fit easy 20 to 30 lorries depending on how they parked them. And you two quickly work out that it's a bit more of a illusionary front. Form for X, do you walk in?
Yeah, and as I say, I'll hop onto the lip
up
where she's
onto the
backed up
platform.
to,
Yeah.
and then I'll stand next to the back door,
Yep.
facing outwards, waiting for someone to turn
Cool.
up.
As you stand facing outwards, you get a few of the folk kind of look around. There's a chap at the end of the dock who is massive, hulking. Definitely on something to enhance their muscle mass. They are just overwhelmingly hulking, to the point where they've got a bit of a never miss leg day going on, where they're very thin-waisted but really heavy up top. Their hair is super long, jet black, kind of goes down past their shoulders to maybe lower back. Nothing's tying it back, no clips in the hair, no bands, none of this. But their face remains completely, like, no hair goes anywhere near their face. On their face you can see many lines, like under the eyes, similar to of a synthetic nature, like there's been augmentation or synthetic engineering around their face.
Are they a synth like me then, or are they just
When I finish my
augmented?
monologue, you can do a check.
Sorry.
You, I only get to do them now and then. So, only when we play. Yeah. So, all these perfectly little lines as you're watching them, and again, you're trying to figure out if it's synthetic engineering or augmentation. But whatever work they've paid for doing is to make them. If you were to do an analysis of their physical attraction to other beings, it'd be high up. So, like, there's a deliberate, effort with the work they've had done to their facial area to look more attractive in general, or at least statistically rather than factual, if you know what I mean.
So set jaw, perfect cheekbones.
Yeah. Again, if you were to do the whole spreadsheet data analysis, they tick more boxes that people claim are attractive than not. Yeah. You other 3, just for reference, when you get to see this person, entirely up to your interpretation. So, now give me a. So there's a couple of rolls you could do. Give me a. What's your highest tech roll? Are you higher engineering or higher mechanics?
Engineering is 5, mechanics is 4.
Cool. Roll 8. We'll go 5 or 4. Roll either one and tell me which one you're rolling.
Okay. I am rolling engineering, and it is a 19.
They are both synthetic. So they come across as flesh and blood. However, their facial features and the area around the neck where it meets the shoulders, their garb that they're wearing is very like like the cargo trousers where you'd hang like tools and such. They've got a t-shirt on with a black collar. Like there's a badge of the Sons of Chaos just on their chest. Other than hulking, but you can see like where their neck meets their like traps and such, that there is flesh and blood on the trap area, but where the neck and the face are, it's definitely synthetic engineering and definitely augmentation and mix of. What you do notice is, other than the hair that comes across as real, whether it be implanted or not, it definitely looks like human hair. Their entire face and neck is engineered via synthetic and augmentations.
Okay.
They don't seem to be carrying a weapon either, but they do have one of those data pads that you saw before on the other lorries.
Pretty sure a person like that doesn't need to carry a weapon.
He only gets one swing.
Even Jean would have problems in a knife fight.
Yeah.
I think they're good.
Oh, you're cheating.
So yeah, they see you, and as they walk towards you, they have that real awkward gait to their walk because they're so top heavy. And he just stands in front of you. You'll be 413X then. And just kind of starts tapping on the data pad.
This unit can confirm its designation is 413X.
And you see on the data pad a picture of you. What did I say?
Nothing. 413X.
That's good.
Just he said his own name, so he gets to use the moniker.
Oh, I see. Hey! I'm here, kids. 31 sessions in. And you see a picture of yourself and data, and it's very simple. Like aliases, and you see Chase, Guillaume, Abel, and Jean. There's no like has blue eyes, long hair, or anything like this. Because they'd be incorrect, but you know what I mean. Who's driving?
This unit can confirm it is Eaton.
Taps another box, almost like a tip box to yourself. The boss said there were 3 of us, dead, alive. Just kind of looks at you, questioning.
This unit can confirm the last time it interacted with the other 3, they were all still alive.
For every now and then, licks his fingers as if he's got a pencil in his hand. It's just finger to pad. And he puts some more information, and he puts question marks next to Chase, Abel, and Jean. We'll get her unloaded. You two, sort this out. And he turns, 2 of the workers come over with these hovering pallet trucks. Ian, do you pop the doors? You can see people at the back getting along. You see someone interacting with 413X, who's hulking large, etc.
Oh, were you talking to me? Sorry, it cut out a little bit at the start there.
Sorry. You can see people preparing at the back of the lorry, as if waiting for the doors to be popped.
Yeah.
Do you open the doors, basically?
I'm waiting for the okay from 413X, so back.
413X will look down into the wing mirror and just nod.
Pop the trunk. Oh, the shutter, push the button, I don't know.
You pop the back doors on the lorry.
I just popped the trunk.
You see the doors open up automatically, 413X, they kind of move out of the way, and they begin pulling out the stock. You see the large hulking supervisor kind of just go through the data pad. It's now changed, and there are now lots of numbers. Which, give me a perception check.
Is that me?
Yep, you.
23.
Cool. You just catch a couple of the serial numbers that are on all this data that's kind of just slide showing up his data pad, and then you can see that they match some of the pallet serial numbers. Not exactly, but you see enough of them on the data pad and enough of them that they're pulling out to go, okay, this is, an inventory list. And as he's scrolling, he stops. There's one missing. And he points at the gap that Abel and Chase may have stood in.
This unit has no response to that. This unit brought the truck as instructed.
Noted. And he just starts tapping away on his data pad.
I'm gonna get out of the truck and walk up towards where 413X is.
Okay. You see 413X, you see the hulking person, you see other folks and a couple of security guards doing the work, pallets being pulled.
I take the keys with me as well, just
Oh.
so you know.
Okay. And they carry on doing that. Chase and Abel.
Chase, can you give 413X a call? I've been trying to get hold of him for a little while, but I think he's blocked me.
Why is that your first thought, Abel?
I've been trying to call him for a while.
So that's automatic block, could be bad signal, anything. You straight just jump to the dramatic. You hear
It
a
comes
voice in
up
your
with
head.
your number is blocked.
Yeah.
Just like on a modern day mobile.
So as you, unless you're going to ring 413X, Chase.
Yeah, I'm going to ring 413X.
It's just to purely Chase, it's just to let him know that we're 15 minutes away, or however far away we are.
413X. Abel wants to know, have you blocked his number?
This unit can confirm he has blocked Abel's number, if only until we have a conversation about. Yitten says it's consent.
Look at Abel. What the fuck did you say to him?
Sorry, I just said sorry, but whatever.
Let's say to 413X. Oops, sorry. And then speak to Abel again.
The line goes dead. 413X blocks Chase. What is going on tonight, kids? You've turned into numpties, alright?
Gene's not here, so...
That's right, 413X, you're in there as well.
But yeah,
I have -2 on my people skills, I'll have you know.
Method.
but yeah, 413X. Just let you know, we're on our way. Abel said we're about 15 minutes.
15 minutes from the new location, or 15 minutes from the old location?
New location.
Understood. We are currently here. You will see the outside of the building looks fairly derelict, but you should still... is the shutter door open, AD?
As soon as Jim was in, it rolled back down.
But you will see a rather clean and fresh-looking roller shutter door of one of the entrances. The truck is just behind that.
Alright, we'll give you a phone call when we're 1 minute out.
Currently, they've also said that they are missing a box. I've been queried about this, but since I know nothing about what happened at the back of the truck, do you know anything about it?
Yeah, it didn't get filled because we started shooting everything up. There was about to get a couple of boxes left, but they didn't get put in. Because we
Understood.
well,
This unit will relay it to the
Supervisor.
being that it is currently speaking to.
okay.
Are you saying this all out loud or in your head?
I don't even know how to respond to that. As James, in my head.
Chat have requested you blow some up, but just don't listen to them, they're lunatics, alright?
Ooh, I do have that EMP I still want to use.
Oh, God.
For fuck's sake.
Give it
for-
5 minutes, roll down.
Wrong.
413X will look at the gentleman. The lorry wasn't completely loaded when we hit it. This is why there is a box missing.
Understood.
We were not aware as we needed it entirely full. We were just told to pick up a truck.
I've made notes.
Thank you.
And he
Can I have
just
hot
turns,
chocolate?
the machine's free. And he just nods over to the vending machines.
Do you want one for 3X?
This unit would appreciate a beverage.
Cyberpunk at his best. Hot chocolate!
Whilst I'm still on phone to 413X.
This unit has never tried a hot chocolate, but yes, it would be
Okay,
appreciated.
I'll get some hot chocolate.
Chase, what are they talking about? Hot chocolate. Amazing.
They're not even making it Irish.
I'm
mean,
driving!
Anyway, I'll give you a phone call when we're 1 minute out at 413X.
Understood. At that point, this
I'll put
unit will
phone down.
then...
Hot chocolate.
Phone's down. Chase, Abel, you get to the street entrance. You know that the warehouse that you were redirected to is maybe 50, 60 feet from where you are. You look down the street. Again, it reminds you more of District 5 than it does District 3, which you are currently in. It is battered, the buildings are ruined, some of the rooftops are missing, you can see the framework of some of the walls. There is clearly been. Some of them are just maybe a corner piece of a wall, a broken door, and then just rubble. All down this street in different little back alleyways that would have gone around all these different industrial areas. You can see lots of gatherings on street corners. Thuggish might be a word you use, or arsam is another one. But yeah, they don't look like they're going to smile at you as you walk past.
Just keep walking down to where we're supposed to go. I'll keep an eye out though.
Cool.
Yeah,
Chase. You going? What are you doing, Chase?
When we're mumming it out, like I said, give Form 3X a ring.
As you're walking down the road, you kind of
Alexa,
just.
shut up.
Is Alexa now ringing 413X? You avoid the trash cans on the floor and the cats and the dogs that go running in front of you. And then someone just steps into your chest, just literally shoulders past you. Out of the way, fat lad. And just walks across the road.
Rude.
My eyes widen slightly. I keep walking.
Give me a perception check, Chase.
Fuck, if it's another one of you.
They're not as big. They're nondescript. They're of an average height and build. They're in like just the leathers and the boots and such that you see a couple of the street thugs about.
18.
18? Now, you've an option here. Check yourself or watch where they went.
What would Chase do?
Turn around and hit him.
I keep.
I was
walking.
going to say the third option.
Alright, here's a better question. Niall, what is Chase doing? Ignore the fish.
Check my pockets.
Cool. As you lose sight of the insulting thug that bumped into you and disappeared into across the streets, you have a check around. One of your cred sticks is missing. You're unsure which one and how much is on it because you chase and don't really keep track of this math. Roll a d4. What's the total amount you've got on you? Money wise?
1.4 mil.
Cool. Roll a d4.
3.
3!
£1 million.
Aye. Have you ever played like dice games where high numbers are really good? Alright,
300,000.
So you check around, one of your cred sticks have gone, but you're unsure of which one. You can take the time to check. But you're currently now standing there with your cred sticks in your hand, realising one's missing in the street. There's a few more of these street thugs looking at you. No one steps forward, because you're a large motherfucker with a minigun on your back.
Put them in the top pocket. Bring the minigun to my side, but not up.
So you
but
sat,
to my
where
side.
was it before?
A bit further into my
I see,
side.
just kind of out the way, I see.
Yeah. But it's like, either fuck us up saying, try it, you're dead.
Give me an intimidation roll. I mean, I don't think they'll try it again.
24.
24. Realising that, you may have just been robbed. You're not overly happy about it, and it shows almost like it rolls from your aura. Your personality is now, at least 8 feet around you. And there is that threatening vibe of, if anyone takes any of the oxygen within that space, I'm taking it all back. And you just every now and then pat the minigun as you see Abel, sprinting his ass off the road. It's been robbed! It's been robbed! And as you move through, no one comes near you, but you've no idea where the thief went.
Yep.
As you are moving, you get closer and closer now to the warehouse that you're supposed to be at. Both of you give me perception checks to see if you can see the door. And we all know how good you lot are at perception.
Fucking doors.
It's a DC 1, guys.
That one.
16.
We're out of rerolls, aren't we?
haven't
I'm
used
not
it
gonna
yet.
reroll.
But did we use the one?
I don't think we did.
I don't.
I'm
I
not-
don't
I'm
think
not
you
using
used
it
it.
on that.
Dave used
You're
it.
not using it. No, I suggested it.
Oh, use your reroll.
He don't want
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye on all the fuckers around me. Try if they
to. I
come
mean,
near,
fair.
I'm
That
gonna
is a hell of a distraction.
Mm.
16 total level.
Yeah.
Cool. You see a brand spanking new, looks like it was installed yesterday, roller shutter door at the side of a absolute run down or semi like good 3/4 destroyed warehouse, matching the description that 413X gave you. You look around to like point it out to Chase, and he's looking up, he's looking left, right, he even looks straight at the door, still as if he's threatening the door, looks back around. Whatever's riled him up, as you know, it's like he's one initiative roll away from, you know, pulling out a bonus action fury and going nuts on everyone.
All right. I will stop.
And you are
at the door.
you don't know he's been robbed yet.
That's fine. I don't care. I might in 5 minutes, but you know, right now, I'll stop in front of the door if I see Chase trying to walk past. I'll be like, Chase. I'll start jumping up and down so I'm like half his height.
As a Hibberhull points it out, you now notice the door as if it's been there all along, and maybe you were focused elsewhere, Chase.
Yeah. I'm like, you're obviously preoccupied. You keep an eye out. This place is obviously looks dodgy, but I'll bang on the door and see if they
They
let
don't
us
look
in.
fucking dodgy. The people around look fucking dodgy who robbed me.
No.
The first knock, and the shutter door starts to roll up. It only goes as high as Chase, and then stops.
I'll be alright then, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll walk in. And just be like, Chase.
You have noticed the closer you got to that warehouse, Chase and Abel, with no checks needed, no one gets anywhere near that warehouse. They can't. Once you get to a certain point, maybe 25 feet away, no one even attempts to be anywhere near you. They just let you walk up to that warehouse. You go in, Chase, or are you just staying out there like flicking the ones at everyone?
I go in.
You go in. As you step in, shutter doors come back down. By the time you've got there, the lorry's nearly empty. You can see 413X and Yin off to one side holding like paper cups with some sort of chocolatey liquid in them. Living the absolute cyberpunk dream. You two walk in with miniguns and a can of Sprite.
Vending
We've been
machines.
fobbed off here.
Up on the dock, you see the workers going up and down and just pulling pallets and pallets are all over this dock. Even though there's no other lorries, you notice that it could hold easy 25 to 30 lorries. Only lorry in here. You see the hulking supervisor on the deck, just now instructing some of the workers. You can see a few what you'd assume to be lightly paid security guards. Yeah, you're all back together at the minute.
I'll pull out like a like hollow picture, like a nano picture. Pull out a nano picture and just be like,
With a neon background.
yeah, sure. With pulses and it throws out dubstep every now and again.
Dubstep
And I'll
never
just-
dies.
And I'll be like, Chase, 413, yeah, that's me. I'll look at the three of them like, anyone heard from Jean?
No, you don't talk to me. You know that.
This unit
Fair
can
point.
confirm it has received no communications from Jean.
Didn't you say you went radio silence when you was
Yeah,
with
all
the
four of
cops?
you know he's gone radio silent deliberately. He just hasn't yet got back in touch.
Yeah, it's just been over an hour, so it's a bit.
We'll give it to 5 hours.
Well, does he
And then-
know that we've moved location? So he might just be going straight to the pub.
Yeah, that's fair.
He'll be fine as long as he doesn't find a brothel on the way.
Now that we're inside, check my cred 6.
So, you're currently missing 500,000 one longs.
Honestly, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Could be worse.
It could be worse. He
So
did
we-
have over 1 million.
So remove 500,000 from your one longs.
While they're doing that, like, there's vending machines over there. We've got some All right, chocolate. You know, just the powder and the water shit.
Is there
Where's
they
the
do
bar?
flavored hot chocolate or just?
Yeaton says this is how you have to drink it.
Yeah, you have to drink it like this.
I
No,
hate my
nothing,
life.
nothing fancy. They've got some tea, but it's made with the granules. You know. Then they have. There's all these different coffees labeled, but they're just like powdered, like Nescafe with milk. They
Not a
can't do a
sponsor.
cappuccino in that machine.
Not with that sales pitch.
I'm just thinking about those really shitty machines that you see in old offices and warehouses.
To be fair,
you
that's
know.
exactly what it was, but I left it at shitty vending machine off to the side. I didn't need to make it personal, you know.
I'll
Like
walk
the ones
up
in
to
old school swimming pools.
Yes.
You get the really small cups.
I'll walk up to the vending machine and go, "Oh, Gray, and put milk and 2 sugars in it."
Fucking Maxwell House.
Sure.
A beverage is produced with milk and 2 sugars in it.
It's a brown liquid.
You could call it what you wish, Abel.
It's a martini.
It's
Chase,
brown.
Chase, you want out from vending machine? It's free, mate.
Shout-
You know what I mean?
Shout over to Abel. Is there any booze in it?
No, there is not booze in the vending machine in the heavy lifting warehouse.
I'm saying that loud enough so somebody hopefully will bring me
So
some.
am I. You get the
Yeah.
odd look of people that's like a little bit excited that maybe that's a possibility that we could get booze in here. Other people look at those people like they're reminding them of the accident that you know nothing about, of when someone turned up half cut on the job with heavy lifting involved.
I'm just gonna call Chase over, grab like one of the empty like coffee cups and just give him a dram of bourbon.
There you go. You got some booze.
Neck it.
Sorry, and for everyone who wasn't Northern, that was neck it, not naked, because it
Why
took me a
not
little
both?
moment.
You don't know Eben. You're not Northern.
This is
How do
true.
you know what he said?
I just imagine Chase gets handed like a dram of booze, and he was just like, "Great," strips off.
And then drinks.
Sorted.
This is how we drink bourbon. What are you all looking at? So while this is, I don't know what this is, but while you're all having a beverage by the
Have a
vending
tea
machine, the lorry is completely emptied. One of the dock workers jumps down, gets in the driver's seat, and moves. Never took the keys back off you. Gets in the driver's seat and drives it to it and moves it further up the dock. Oh yeah!
I've got the keys.
Aye. It's amazing when you're a street gang what you can do to
Fair
hijack
enough, I've got a
lorries.
fancy key ring.
He's a level 2 hacker.
He ain't an hacker. We've
Rarefied breed in
we've
this
totally
campaign.
discovered that hackers cannot be trusted with anything in this world. So, lorry gets moved up. You now see the hulking supervisor start dishing out orders to more of the dock workers, and they start putting new pallets on this lorry further up the dock. He comes over to you all, looks at the beverages. He's a little bit confused to see the one in Chase's hand. He doesn't remember that being on the vending machine inventory, but he's happy to let it go. And he hands you a cred stick from the boss.
I'll take it.
I can't actually remember what this job was with.
I'm gonna just pop it into the hidden compartment in my
Half the
arm.
mil.
I don't
Okay,
know.
you put the cred stick away in your thing. I can't find my notepad.
It's in my arm.
We'll get back to you on how much it's worth. You're welcome to stay. Boss has got more work for you. I don't know if you've accepted any other work. This is the only job that I was made aware of.
We haven't taken any other work yet. This is the only job that we've done that we was doing at the moment.
He puts his
If
finger
you've
to
got
his
something
ear
else.
as you're talking. Like literally cuts you off mid-sentence.
Or does he do that?
No, he just puts his finger on his ear. Your companion's at the bar.
Yeah.
Told you.
Yeah, that's fine. Is he in one piece, like, or just at the bar in 5 pieces?
He's in one piece.
Oh, that's good. Breathing,
Yes.
good.
He's been paid. He's waiting for you lot.
Right.
He said he's waiting for, and then he looks at his data pad and looks at 413X. He's waiting for 413X.
I knew he cared about me.
Just for one trip.
Is there transport currently going from this warehouse to the bar that we could join?
He looks at you, trying to work out just anything. You can get back to the bar from here, yes. Transport being made available for you is a no. We don't have any.
Alright.
Give me a people check, 413X. I know, but you're the one talking to him.
Ooh,
Is there a
16! I rolled an 18!
when he says there is none, he's lying.
This unit does not believe you.
I don't care.
Is there nothing that we can utilize that one of your associates from the bar can return to you later?
No. They're my things, not yours.
So this is great. Have you got another vending machine that does little cups of soup, or should we just start walking?
Let's
Yes
start
to
walking.
both.
Because I want to see if I can see that fucker that robbed me.
You had your
Okay,
chance. You had your chance, Jess.
2 seconds, Chase. I just need to get myself some chicken soup in a cup.
As you approach the vending machine, it becomes alive. Gets teeth and a long tongue.
It's a mimic!
It's a mimic
Rips
vending
your
machine.
face off. So, as you get your soup, the shutter door opens enough. It goes to Chase's height to let you all out. The supervisor just watches you leave. Assuming you all leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Shutter door comes down. The 25-foot radius doesn't seem to be bothering them anymore, and the street thugs are like immediately outside when you see them. Not like in your face, but they're now at the lamppost 5 feet from that door. There's a few over the street. All in all, you reckon there's about 30 people like scattered up this 50, 60 foot road. They're not just all stood there looking at you.
Say it loud enough. If any of these fuckers come near you, stab them in the face.
Say it loud enough. Are you saying you're saying it loud?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's
Alright.
saying it loud.
Give me another intimidation check.
Yitten,
Mhm.
this unit was correct in thinking that that foreman was lying.
Oh yeah, he was talking shit.
That was a 22.
This unit is still very confused.
He was a prick who did not want to let us borrow any of his vehicles, even though we did the job for him successfully.
But he didn't even offer a monetary sum, which is usually what people request.
Oh, what with the stick? Oh, for the
I
vehicle.
think rental of
For
vehicle.
the,
Oh,
for
the
the
rental.
rental.
Because he is a criminal. If he doesn't
Unlike
want
you.
anyone to have his stuff, he's just not gonna even barter or anything.
What was the appropriate people response then? Was this unit supposed to demasculate him in front of his entire workforce?
He wasn't worth it because it was an area we're not used to, and there seemed to be a number of bodies and like too many unknown variables. So your response was fine. It
Thank
wasn't
you very
worth
much.
getting into a fight about.
Thank you, Yitten. This unit is now processing this data.
That's good.
Chase, why am I stabbing people?
As we were walking here, some fucker robbed me.
Would you like this unit to attempt to find which one robbed you?
No, because he's probably gone to win. But if any of them come near, I want you to stab them in the face. Don't even hesitate.
I'm gonna just start walking kind of confidently, like I don't give a fuck, like out, whilst just keeping an eye on the peripherals and shit.
So as Chase is back out on the street and rolled again, stupid high on his intimidation. Who knew? It seems whatever you lot are doing, you know, he's like no threat whatsoever to you. It doesn't matter, even if you wanted to entice them into a bait them in. They don't want anything to do with Chase's boiling mood at the moment, and the fact that he's now got 3 people around him, whereas before he was solo because Abel ran away. as it
Great, so
increased
round the
that
world.
threat that Chase may bring to these street thugs. So, give me a group perception check. So just all roll a perception.
12.
Cool.
19.
Cool. He's
I
got a 3.
I got a nat 20.
Woo!
Yeah.
For a total of 17.
2. No.
Jesus.
24.
Form Free?
26.
Cool.
Fuck you.
So between the
I had one thing. Took it away from me.
You did really well.
if it helps, Form 3
Hey,
rolled a
Patrick.
5. So
I didn't roll a nat 20.
I rolled a 5. So
Had a 5 in it.
walking up, you again, Chase is just radiating I dare you to all these opportunities.
He chose violence today.
You make it all the way out the 50, 60 foot road, all the way to the main pathways and such that would lead further up onto the highways, and there's rushing taxis coming by and filled buses that are obviously rushing people backwards and forwards from whatever debt they've got themselves into and are working off. You kind of look back, there's nothing recognisable about them, even for you, Chase. You had the opportunity to tail them, but obviously checked yourself first. So nothing stands out that would go, oh, let's follow that person. There's quite a lot of fear up the street, and when Ian and Fallen 3X drove in, there was definitely that bravado confidence. You're in a truck, they're on the outside of it. You know, there's a bit of glass between them and you can see that totally fallen away now that the four of you were just walking up the road. It gets to a bit more livelier away from that street, assuming you are somewhat walking towards the bar, the Sons of Chaos bar. It doesn't take you long to reach. Again, it's night and day. Like, you just fall into busyness and a commotion and people rushing around. The sirens of the blue lights again just off in the distance in the city. Just come to your ears as I change the music. And it begins to rain. It should begin to rain.
I'm just gonna lift my hood up.
There you go. And the rain begins to fall.
Oh, I would have dropped my holographic cloak when we were.
Cool. Are you yourself now, or are you taking another visage?
I'm just me now.
Cool.
Yeah, just basically all dark and hood and mask.
Cool. As you are potting along and you go past it is, if they ain't working in a factory, working off a debt, it's just noodle bars, drug clinics of the really recreational kind, pleasure houses, nightclubs, booze, alcohol, all that. If they're not working, they're just trying to escape it in these particular facilities. As you're potting along, and just kind of like, if you choose to pull in your cloaks in and stuff to just keep the rain from running down the back of your armour or your vest or your muscle shirt, Chase. You feel a gap where there was a cred stick and that bit of water just runs down there. And it runs in a bit of a 5. There's a bit of commotion. So it's road on your right, all the facilities, pleasurable facilities on your left. There's a bit of commotion as someone, maybe they're an older lass. They're about. They look older because they're in like grit and grime, and their clothes don't really fit them. They've got a trench coat going on. They've got fingerless gloves. The trench coat's tied. There's a couple of scars on their face. They've got long hair that maybe a light colour if it was clean, but she definitely looks easily middle-aged before you had all the grime and crap of the streets. she's just throwing one longs at the person that was serving her some noodles as she's grabbing noodles from different tables. People are kicking off of her, and she kind of just stumbles out into the street. She looks maybe 60 now she's this close. 413X. I need you to give me a mind save.
21.
21. You pause, and you pause in that like Hugo standstill pause, and your memory banks just spark to life, and you're having like when you get a mugshot in the movies. Imagine it at like full speed, like speed 3 or something. It's like just flicking through mugshots, and it pulls up a confidential record of your time in the military, of a 15-year-old rookie that was assigned to you on a particular mission at the start of your career when you were first brought into the world, as it were. It was in South America. There's those bits are blacked out of actual location, but you yourself remember it rather than pull the data. That she was with part of your unit that you weren't leading at the time, you were just part of. She was around 15, 16. She was from Texas. Chat, there'll be no accent. She was assigned to your unit around that time. Again, South America, whatever mission it was going on during that time, and it's like being slapped in the face. For you, is a very human emotion's a bit strong, but you see what I mean. There's a disconnect from data to actual memory, rather than this is what it says about this person. She kind of half bumps into you, and that kind of snaps you out of your like recalling, and she just looks at you and she sort of rubs her eyes, and she's got these 2 pots of noodles in her hand, and she just rubs her eyes, she goes, Alex, and then we'll call the break there.
Oh!
So we're gonna have a quick break. I'm gonna make a cup of tea and nip to the loo because I'm busting. We'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes, kids, and see how Robot Man role plays. but yeah, if you tuned in, thank you very much. They haven't quite blown stuff up yet. Last week there was lots of shooting and miniguns and war mechs, and they're just doing the aftermath of all that now. But yeah, stick around and we'll see you in about 10 or 15 minutes, folks. So right, let's during the break, there's going to be a video running. It'll be on loop, so don't worry, you'll get to see it a few times. It is the advertisement for GSCon, which is in Manchester. You can go to Twitter and find GSCon. I'll try and put some links in the chat. But catch it on the break. They're holding a con over the weekend of the 6th and 7th of August, I think it is. It's on the little video. But as part of it, there's a Dungeons and Dragons session being run, dungeon mastered by myself. Not, you know what I mean, by me. And 8 to 10 players can sign up to it, and it's going to be a one-shot of D&D for roughly 4 hours. So if you want to get involved in it, follow the links, go to the GSCon website. It's in Manchester, start of August. It's for a great cause. It's for mental health and using gaming as a way to manage that. So it's a really cool cause. I'm super just blown away that I've got the opportunity to just even be there and attempt to be loud and funny at folk while we play some games. So if you check it out, it'll be on the break time. It's on loop, and the little advert's written in Yorkshire, so I do apologise. Right, speak to you in a bit. All right, we'll be back soon. Let's get that off.
this rolling. It's quite nice just
We're
doing
in
that.
now.
Damn.
We're in
I'll
now.
just start unboxing my swords and showing you.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, hour and a half for that. That way we don't have to go into any backstory. I'm good with that.
So, hello, we're back. So, just before the break, you've delivered the truck. You've been paid for it. I should have looked for my notepad on the break, but I didn't. I made a cup of tea instead. You are aware that your fifth member is waiting at the bar for you. You're currently heading towards the bar. On
I
your
was gonna
way.
say, I hope he's got drinks ready, but we'll only have drink ready for 413X. I guarantee that.
Or for 413X Jason Edward. You can't be a bitch.
He
and
said
expect
he was
people to
only
be
waiting
nice
for
to you.
413X.
Good, I hope. In fact, regardless of what Nathan says, I'm going to make sure there's only one drink for 413X. I buy 5 but you don't, you buy 1. But I want, no, you buy 1.
You were the one that said he was only waiting for 413X.
Yeah, I never said he only had 1 drink for you. So, as you are pouring down the street, all the pubs and bars and cafes and clinics and stuff at the side, there has been a bit of commotion. A 60-ish-year-old woman just kind of tumbles out, throwing some one-longs at one of the servers, grabbing a couple of boxes of noodles, excuse me, boxes of noodles, and kind of stumbles into 413X. There's a moment where 413X just kind of freezes, and then is shaken back into like reality is a bit dramatic, but they're not frozen anymore. In front of you is, again, like I say, a 60-year-oldish woman. She's covered in dirt and grime of the streets. Long leather trench coat kind of wrapped around her and tied. Heavy boots on her feet. They seem to be in decent-ish nick compared to the rest of her. They have a military look to these boots, similar to that Abel will wear, probably Chase to be fair, because they're designed to take a beating. The boots, not Abel and Marjo, Abel and Chase, yeah. So, and the last thing that we said before the break is she looks up into the beautiful, beautiful robotic dead eyes of 413X and just says, Alex, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, sorry, you know her as Michaela.
Oh, right. This unit does not go by that moniker.
Oh, she now notices that, like, Chase and you and Abel are closer to you than others are, and therefore probably she kind of backs away slightly, a little bit skittish of those 3. Sorry, and she's struggling. 413X.
This unit does go by that moniker.
She looks at you for a bit. You don't look like you've aged. Oh.
This unit is a synth model.
Looks at you as if, you know, you've just told her the sky were blue. I remember. Keeps eating her noodles. What are you doing these days? And looks at your 3 compadres.
This unit is currently on the lookouts for a unit known as Humbug and has been for some time. However, this unit has been taking other jobs in the meantime and is currently working with these other units.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yep, I didn't even need to look. 13. This
Not
unit
COVID.
is.
Not COVID, I believe.
This unit is Yitten, this unit is Abel, and this unit is Chase.
Pleased to meet you, and Abel and Chase.
How do?
Are you still serving?
This unit ceased its service roughly 6 months ago.
Oh wow. So, wow. You've not seen her for, well, since you were a nipper. Well, you did it all of it then.
This unit has expended 98% of its entire battery life.
You 3 notice this. 413X is just information, but you 3 notice that there is a understanding in her eyes of what 413X is saying regarding the 98%.
I'm synth as well, so I should understand a bit more, right?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Well, that is obvious to you. It's more a surprise that it's known to her. So, like, the fact that he said the sentence, you're like, yeah, you're smart. You know, you're not synth or otherwise. You're fully aware that he's just gone, 98%. But for you, actually, Ian, and Chase, you're synth, aren't you? So, Abel, you die, and we resurrect you as a robot. But yeah, so Ian and Chase, that is so far from your comprehension of a synth reaching 98% of their battery life. You two are both aware that there is apparently technology out there that can extend a synth's life. It is very, I'll say, fair play, Lon. You both react in a way of, it's a little bit strange for a synth to be that close to that sort of expiration on battery, but it's, you two also spot quite that she reacts in a very understanding way of what Fallen 3X has just said. Abel, you can put two and two together if you wish. If you don't wish, that's entirely up to you, Abel.
Because I'm considered quite old in the synth community.
I just mumble it's called a charger and carry on with my suit.
Pulls out his
I'm pretty young for a synth.
chuffing
Yeah,
micro
I'm pretty
SD
old
charger.
person.
Yeah, man.
You promise?
The years have flown by. I didn't realise it was that. It'd been that long. She's kind of looking around. I suppose you've got any spare one longs that you could throw my way. Not quite the soldier I used to be, or she just eats a few more of her noodles.
This unit tends to not throw one longs, but this unit will donate to the cause.
There is a gentle chuckle from this elderly woman. Looks at you three. Sorry, and puts her hand up to you. They've never changed. The cause would be welcoming of the one longs, 413X, and they kind of stand there like, not with their hand out, but awaiting any action towards the cause. Flying headbutt.
Okay. 413X reaches inside of his tack vest, pulls out a stick of one longs and passes it to her.
She slowly takes it, expecting you to have handed her cash. There's a moment where probably the other three spot. She might think you're kind of taking a piss, but then that's an immediate reaction of, it's 413X, there's no... The piss taking was never put into this synth. And she takes it and quickly puts it into her, like you see her pull the large flap of the trench coat back, and she put it in there quickly, and she's like, thank you, 413X. Give me perception checks, all of you.
22.
Mm-hmm.
22.
18.
Get your own number.
24.
22.
Hey!
Don't patronise me, James.
I'm not patronising you. I'm happy for you, mate.
He's patronising Abel. So Abel just, for no idea where he pulls this microphone from, but just drops it on the floor and walks away from the campaign.
Just
And begins to play the corpse of Philip. So,
I'd get further in
as she puts the data stick, you notice that when she pulls the trench coat back, you see flesh. Like whatever clothing she's got under there does not cover this upper part of her neck and chest area. And there is a tattoo on there. And this tattoo is of a like a yin-yang sign that is, it's not the smooth curving like teardrop on each side. It is jagged and rough, as if children have quickly scrawled on it. But it is of a blue meeting a red. And that's all it shows, is a very childlike attempt at a yin yang sign with a blue meeting a red. And you just briefly see it.
Do you require escorting back to your accommodation?
She looks about. Kind of standing in it. She looks up at the sky, just holds her hands out to the rain, closes her eyes, the rain falls on her face. I just live where I can. This coughing is totally method of the homeless woman in front of me. Have you eaten? And she kind of offers the noodles to you all. They both look like family pots that she's just grabbed from.
Oh, good.
somewhere.
You enjoy
The,
that.
whatever cash she threw at the serving gentlefolk, they didn't chase after her. They accepted whatever payment she'd thrown. Okay, I can get you a drink.
This unit does not require sustenance. This unit had a hot chocolate with eaten earlier.
Well, I'll be damned. So, take care.
This unit will take care, and you should take care too. Maybe find an accommodation with a more sustainable roof.
And she just slowly puts her hand where the data stick was put.
There will be enough there to keep you at least within accommodation for a year.
Fucking. She just
Mate.
whips her hair back. Well, fuck me. She doesn't say that. There is a mixture of tears and rain running down her face. She doesn't sob, but there is definitely tears. And she just nods. And she goes a little bit, not rigid, but stands a bit straighter. And she salutes 413X.
413X will rack its memory banks and then salute back.
It doesn't take you too long. It was 6 months ago. As you
No,
both,
there's been a lot of this lot since then.
as you salute, give me another mind save.
You weren't there, man. You weren't there.
18.
18. Cool. This doesn't fry your circuits, but the memory is still experienced. As you both salute, the last time you saluted one another was on the return from said mission in South America. The world's a big place, all right? I've run 17 campaigns. Let me off, Diff. I've seen your face. The mission in South America, where you first met her as a 15, 16-year-old rookie. You yourself were a rookie, but obviously created to be an absolute deadly killing machine. The last time you saluted each other, there was only 3 or 4 of you that returned from that mission. It was exactly as any of the movies that you may have heard or exaggerated accounts of retired soldiers. The whole "you weren't there," the one lone soldier getting out of a desperate situation. Some of the stories kind of look like Abel, but there is not necessarily memory of the mission. You are just very aware that statistically you shouldn't have survived it. The deaths that were put against your name were military terms. They were praised and recorded, and there were what do you call it when you get a medal? What's the word?
Just
Summation.
humorously.
Commendation.
Commendation, yeah.
Commendation.
There are several commendations that were tied to your name. You also, through experience, know, and again just see it as that factual happening that's what it was, is there was a lot of PR around you at the time, and there was lots of news articles and reports about how well you'd done, and there was no mention of the 3 non-synths, young Michaela and the other 2's names you can't remember, even though you try after seeing Michaela to bring up those confidential files. They've been blocked. Not deleted, you are blocked from them. We'll come back to that. Remember to come back to that. You need to do a hacking roll. Do a hacking roll and we'll come back to the result. So again, you remember the stats of the mission. You are aware that it would please certain readers and viewers as a action genre movie. You are aware that the 3 that survived it had to be seen specially by therapists and medical professionals of varying skills. Obviously at the time you were still in your learning cycle throughout the military and life and people and such. Of the other 2, like I say, you can't remember, but the memory you do that kind of hangs is the last time you saluted, she cried that day as well, and it was raining. Didn't sob, the tears just ran, and she held her posture and saluted you. And then she was taken away in a white van that said "fresh cut" on the side of it. And that was the last you ever saw of Michaela. It didn't really mean anything at the time, but it's just a memory that comes back. Your hacking roll, what was it?
26.
Fuck, me sideways.
Apparently I can hack myself.
Remembering Michaela set off a red flag that then reactively blocked those 2 files of the other 2 soldiers that were with you on that mission. 100%. Not you guessing. That's exactly what happened. And she kind of just drops the salute and just steps. Not anywhere in particular, just as if to let you past. But she keeps her posture.
If you require anything else, we will be, and I'll give the designation of the bar that we're supposed to be going to.
I know the place. Thank you. And she steps forward to 413X and takes your hand. Really, thank you. For them.
Looks at the gesture.
And she says for them, not for them. And then steps back.
413X will carry on walking.
You're free.
I follow after him.
Cool. Able. Chase is like, I robbed that data stick. If you want it kept secret, 413X, text me how much it was on the stick. If not, just tell me.
You know how much Chase lost?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. I thought you were going to be, you know how much Chase lost? Yeah, triple it.
I was expecting double.
Yeah. Okay.
Anchor.
Noted.
You gave yours to a good charity, so I thought I'd give mine to one.
Yours was
Chase
far
isn't
more
a
aggressive
charity.
yeah.
Happy old woman.
So, minigun, give me the data stick. Abel and Chase, do you follow after you and 413X?
The salute that she gave 413X, it was obvious military, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's not a gang salute or anything like that. It was a military salute.
From the military background I've got, as I'm walking past, just put my hand on her shoulder and then just say, thank you for your service, and just walk after 413X.
She grabs your arm. You could easily ignore it. You so much.
You drag her down the street.
Like a lorry dragging a Mercedes. Or a Robin Reliant in this case. Oh, bless her.
I won't resist.
She waits for such a long time to speak. Are you there as well, Abel?
I'll sort of take a step back and sort of pretend, well, not pretend, I'll sort of like preoccupy myself with the water flowing down the side of a building. Like I'm not paying attention, but I'm still,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
I'm trying to remove myself from the moment.
Okay. She's very... She doesn't seem to react, synth or otherwise, to yourself, Chase. She takes such a long time to talk, and then she just looks up at you, making sure that 413X and you are far away enough that they can't hear. We felt sorry for him in the unit. For them, sorry. Alex was... 413X was... We were young and doing what we were told to do, and 413X was young, fresh out the push out the conveyor belt, as it were. We all tried to make them laugh, but 413X was efficient.
Yes, I have noticed.
The blood that 413X has spilt, no mind should ever be exposed to that. I don't know how 413X's mind works. Sometimes we were scared to be in their presence, just cold, but there was a protectiveness that grew, and we became trusting that if 413X was with us, they'd do their best to get us out. It's a strange interaction to want to thank somebody and just nod and stare. Do they still like games?
Not that as long as I've known 413X for.
Yeah. Do you present a dice? Abel, do you actually pull a dice on?
No.
All
No,
right.
I was trying to jog Niall's memory, but it failed. Carry on.
No.
I know what you're saying, Dave.
Just small games like knuckle dice and card games, soldier stuff. Oh well.
We keep an eye on him. He's a good person to have.
Yeah, yes, they are. I forgot. It's been 40 years. Well, take care of as closes her eyes of 413X. Can I ask a favour as their friends? Are you 413X's friend?
What can be classed as a friend to 413X?
I mean, they're both blocked, but
What can be classed as a friend to 413X? I would say I'm a friend.
There are two others that came back from the mission I went on 413X with. Out of 50 of us. Make sure 413X doesn't go looking for them. Can you promise that to an old woman that you've never met?
For 500,000 credits.
I mean, as soon as you two have gone, she's on the piss.
Even just 250 will
She's going to
do.
get the diviest hotel and then spend the rest on booze. Can you promise an old lady you've never met?
Can try to promise 413X as he's a master of slipping away and hiding.
Like none you've ever witnessed.
He's the best I've witnessed.
If you
I
need-
will try my best.
If you need help with anything, I don't know if you're of faith, and they pass you a small business card, and it's a pure white business card, and it's got like a mint green edge around the side, like a border, and it just says Imperial on the front, and then on the back there's a small prayer from the Bible, John 3:16. Just, and there's a cell number on it. They're good. The church are good. It's good to have them back. It's been a long time since I've had any faith.
Faith is good in times of sorrow and grief.
Well, I think they're getting away now, and as you said, Alex, 413X is really good at getting away.
Yeah. I'll stand back and give her a little salute and then
She
walk
salutes.
off and then carry on.
Abel? Chase doesn't call you, he just kind of starts walking away. He don't run off or anything like you did, but he just he's just walking away. She looks at you, just seeing if you move.
I'll look back at her and hand her a piece of paper with Jing's number on it, with my number on it, and just say, don't worry about, don't ever not call us if you need it, and don't wait too long. I'm not saying that we won't be there if you don't call us for however long, but we're going to a pub. You're more than welcome to join us now.
There's she kind of shuffles herself, and for a brief moment you see the 60-year-old woman in front of you. And she stands back up again and looks dead proud. The water, the rain now has kind of not cleaned her hair, but washed a bit of the grime away, and you can see it as a light colour. Not blonde, but it's a light colour. Thank you. She waits like as if. Thank you. Name.
Abel.
Pleased to meet you, Abel. I'm Michaela.
I'll just be like, I'll see you soon, I guess.
Yeah, see you soon. Keep your promise. And do you walk off?
Yeah.
Cool. Straight into the drug house. No. As you both catch up with 413X and Ian, do any of you look back?
No.
413X does.
Ian? The rest have said no. You're muted or dead quiet.
Apologies. When 413X and I are walking, I'm just gonna kind of just stand up beside him, give him a nudge, like,
Okay.
You okay? You good?
This unit is running at peak proficiency.
Okay. Just continue.
Cool.
Just keeping an eye out on the alley
As
we
you
walk.
as you continue, Chase and Abel then catch up with you. Do any of you look back? I know 413X, Chase and Abel have said no. Do you look back, Ian?
Yes, I do.
Cool. Give me a perception check.
You see the facade of the old lady drift away.
12.
It was Sparks all along. 12.
Yeah.
You just see her stood there with her hand like over her chest area where the data stick was / tattoo, and the rain's just falling on her, and she just kind of looks at the floor, and she just does this with 2 hands, brings them close to her, and just kind of drops her head, and just stands in the room for however long you look. As long as it's not for 3 days, over the next couple of minutes, she then becomes one with the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Walking back to the bar. Fucking notes everywhere.
After the exchange with the old lady, Michaela, I will effectively won't be seething with blood rage and lust of murdering any hobo that comes near me.
Why hobo? Okay. Is this just your thing? You're just raging.
Yeah,
You just want it
come back.
stated. All right, okay, I'm with you. I thought you were going somewhere, but you just want the world. You just want the world of Carbon 2185 to know that you pissed off, that you let someone rob you. Is that what you're telling me there, Chess? When the DM told you you've been robbed, you just want to let the world know that after you got told you were robbed, you watched them walk away. Is that what you're telling Chase? So, as Chase is stomping, seething, not a drop of rain touches him because he's that, like, his temper is so high, his temperature is just scorching any rain that comes near him. Just steam. And his minigun come like permanently primed, finger like half triggered, it's just going woo, 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 woo. You See the bar ahead of you. It is changed in its aesthetic that it was before, and it now looks less of the nice bar that you approached last time, and more of the rugged nature, almost modern saloon type looking bar. The bikes outside have all got a darker, grimier sort of look about them. There's a couple of trikes. There's quite a lot of the old school combustion engine motorcycles and such. There's only maybe 2 that would be classed as modern and more sports bikey, but they're in the mix of the grit and the grime, and they're not off to one side, which would tell you-ish from your time working with the gangs and stuff like this that they're part of the club rather than visiting the club. Going into the bar, there is none of the familiar faces that you interacted with beforehand. The person that were the woman that was sat playing the game of patience, there is now a tall, thin gentleman with a very, very pointy chin. Kind of, the chin looks quite small, like the jawline's quite small, like they've got a bit of a tear-shaped head. Their hair is perfectly cut at the sides, like super, like they've used a ruler, and then it sweeps over. And they're in the leathers of the Sons of Chaos, but the leathers fit, that like the jacket's fastened up. The shoulders are square, and they're sat very official looking as they're sat in front of the at a table, and they've got maybe 20 data sticks, cred sticks, in front of them, and they're positioning them perfectly. And you can see that he's got a comb in his hand, and he's using the comb to, like, you know, edge them into perfect shape. And he's just full on OCD in these cred sticks with his comb. That every 3 or 4 seconds, 5, if you know you wait that long, he just sweeps one comb, just sweeps his hair over, and carries on edging him out. If you wait long enough, which I assume you will, because I'm mid monologue. If the table gets banged and one shifts or anything for any reason, or he's not happy with it, he completely muddles them back up and resets. 3 or 4 seconds, sweep the hair, places the cred sticks back, sweep the hair again, and he's the Sons of Chaos jacket fits him, but he's wearing it very much as a suit jacket, zipped up right to the collar, all the little press studs fastened.
He's the accountant. Not a spicy accountant, an actual accountant. For the,
oh, you want about Ben Affleck accountant?
No.
Well, he is, but yeah.
But now we know.
Yeah.
Actual accountant, not spicy accountant.
I don't know what spicy accountant is.
We'll tell you later. It's fine.
Cool.
It's alright.
Can we see Jean in the bar anywhere?
No.
Give him a ring.
Are we in the right bar? It looks
Yes.
completely different.
It's exactly, yeah. Carry on, you can interact with that as you so wish.
413X will walk up to the bar and wait for the bartender.
Bartender turns. Very rotund, gentle chap. Balding, long hair, literally from ears, super long hair. Full on beard, as if, you know, they're embodying the stereotype of old biker gangs. I do. His most San Francisco accent you've ever heard.
This unit fares well. This unit is also looking for its colleague, known as Jean.
Oh, Jean, and they describe Jean with the blue hair and the suit and the medical attachments to the forearm. He's
No,
with a
this
boss.
unit last saw Jean. They had purple hair.
I'm colourblind, so sue me.
This unit does not know a lawyer.
You can't sue me then, can you? But your friend is with a boss. They went out about 20 minutes, half hour ago. I'll leave a message, get a message from him if you want.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Turn back to the others. Apparently Jean has gone out with the boss.
Yeah, I said I'm trying to ring him, sir.
Good of him to tell us. Shall we barbecue and see how much we got in this day instead?
That would be good. Abel, I believe I need a conversation with you about consent.
Sure, why not?
Okay, let's pull up a table and get around.
Yeah, try and call Jean.
Okay, you call Jean. No answer.
If it goes to voicemail, let him know. We're at bar. We got told you're on a job. You need a hand. Let us know.
About 10 minutes passes as you're settling yourselves down or whatever, and you get a message back from Jean. Not on a job. Smiley face. Hopefully won't be too long. Winky face. Everyone alive? Question mark.
Text back saying yes, and then followed by with question mark, eggplant emoji.
That's what I thought. Like, I'd get his dick wet.
Just...
He put the 3 like splashes afterwards, and like the peak.
Don't clip this.
Do.
Or
clip
do.
Eggplant emoji.
Like- They got shit fingers on Tuesday.
Oh, fuck you know. I hope Jed's watching.
Right, we'll send it to her later in the
Yeah.
Discord.
To your message, Jess.
So you just get this as a text, so we don't know this yet, do we?
No.
No.
You get back. Glad everyone's alive. If need heals, let me know.
I prefer flats.
Then you get a peach emoji, and who knows? Question mark.
You okay?
You are the two tarts of the group, to be fair, Jess.
Oh.
So Jean's probably getting his dick wet.
For fuck's sake.
How much is on that cred stick?
Please, I just hope, I hope for everyone's sake he wraps it up this time. I'm not having a repeat of what happened in Mars. If he comes back with an STD again, I'm shooting him in the face.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Shooting him in the face or an STD? Just checking. Okay.
Shoot him in the face.
Well, he might be shooting someone else in the face right now. How much is on the cred stick?
That was fucking.
Oh.
Anyway, what time are we on? After 9? Good, cool. I'm not getting arrested. So,
What's that? We got no viewers.
on the
No, it's gone
cred
up.
stick, I'm pretty sure
Not
you
the
were
only.
given the choice
That was
of monetary value, favour, and item, were you not? Or am I thinking of a different
Yeah.
game I run in the week?
I wasn't here, so I don't know.
You were
Sounds very much like you.
You were given the choice, of a favour with the Sons of Chaos, monetary, as in just straight up one longs, or an item.
I think we chose
I think
money.
you all chose individually, I believe.
What would the item be?
It is an item of your choice that you suggest from any of the carbon books you have available. And I say yes, no, less, or you've got more.
Money.
Cool. Form first, can you remember?
I think I would have taken money.
Yeah, I think it was money. I think Jean went for favour. Abel?
I'd go
He's
for
cashing in
favour
on
as
it
well.
right now.
Yeah, I think Abel went for favour. Chase?
Money.
Money. 3 of you get a mill.
Like a pepper mill, not an actual.
Yes.
monetary value.
Abel gets salt. And you have a. So the cred stick credits you 3 $1 million each. You see a deduction of 250,000 next to each of the mills, so a total of 750,000.
Wait.
You can, yeah, it's a cred stick. You can interact with the cred stick if you want.
I'm asking why.
You're asking why?
Yeah, why? What's the deduction for?
Well, you'll have to ask. Are you asking me, or are you asking someone in the bar?
I thought you said you can interact with the cred stick. I was like, I got
No,
confused.
yeah, sorry, I was taking the piss. The cred stick, it's like the little paperclip
know
Jeeves
it works.
just starts talking. Hi, I'm cred stick.
So,
How can I
so
help
it's
you
like
today?
it's like a credit card, you know, when you go buy all the shoes and the things like that.
Wow, that was.
And I
Oh,
buy all
look.
the swords and the knives like that.
Yeah, whatever takes your fancy.
To be fair,
And
swords
spend
and
your money
shoes, I'm
on.
down with that.
Okay. So it was.
If
the
you so
sons-
wish, you can literally interact with the cred stick in a hacking sort of way, and probably on a decent enough roll find out where the data says a deduction and stuff, or you can try to interact with someone in the bar who might know. Or
I'm gonna try it on the cred stick first.
Okay, so you plug the cred stick into your hacking equipment. I assume you have.
Yeah,
You roll a hacking roll.
Yep. 9.
9.
Yeah.
You can't, by the obvious, for whatever reason is, when the cred stick's credited you, there's been a deduction off each payment. Whether there's no, you can't find the data that says why. With a 9, if anyone else were to try, it'd be more difficult because you might have deleted a couple of folders and files that weren't supposed to be deleted. As you were opening them, you were like right-click, recycle bin. Oh, I'll empty the reset and delete, empty. Yeah.
I was running really slow.
Yeah.
Keep clean. So, do you guys have any idea why we might be deducted some money?
Missing
this-
boxes.
The unit would guess because of the missing box.
Do you want to check, or are we just going to take it as is?
Yeah, take it as is.
Fair. 750 ain't bad for what? A quick drive and a bit of fun for you, Chase, out there. Bit of target practice. I definitely want to get one of those sniper rifles like you had, 413X.
This unit will be happy to recommend a seller. And this unit will also be happy to receive the bullets that you used back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If we go to the shop, I'll buy you some more ammo.
That'd be greatly appreciated, since this unit hasn't even shot its own sniper rifle yet.
It's fun. I liked it.
Yeah, well, you receive a small metal hood cap, like the size of a keyring. Yeah? About this big.
A small metal what?
Hood cap
Hudcap.
that you put on the car wheel. And they bring it up to you, and they give it to you. It's the rotund barman. This is for you. This is your favour. Lose it, lose the favour. And there's just the Sons of Chaos, like stamped, like hammer stamped onto this mini hood cap.
Cool. I'll thank them, and I'll put it on my key ring with the rest of my keys, and I'll put it back in my pocket.
I've still got those keys.
Yeah, but Laurie, they've been hot
there
wiring
any
that
cool
for
keychains?
all day.
Whilst I'm going through my pockets, I'll remember that I've got a data pad that I took off of the guy from the alleyway from the Angels of Death.
Yep.
And I'll sort of like, I'll take that out of my pocket and just be like, oh yeah. Because I've just seen it on my paper. And I'll walk up to the OCD guy and just be like, I don't know if we've met. Don't really care. You look more intelligent than, if you don't mind me saying, some of the other people that are with you, or that are in the gang. We just did the job to hit the van and take it to a location. But whilst I was there, I found this data pad from the Angels of Death, and I just wondered if you cared.
He doesn't make eye contact. He's about 3/4 of the way through reorganising these cred sticks in front of him, sweeping the comb through his hair, using it to straighten them up. You come over, and as you start talking, you get halfway through your explanation. He slams both hands on the table and just mushes up the cred sticks, closes his eyes, takes a real sharp inhaling of breath, and starts to brush his hair really fast. You can hear him counting as he's brushing his hair really fast. And then he stops and he puts the comb. It looks stupid putting the comb in his leather biker jacket, and he just looks at you. And you see now that on his eyes there were some sort of lenses, and they just sort of almost roll back behind his eyes, and you can just see the blue of his eyes. Yes, I'll take the data pad.
Or I'll just put it, and I'll put it down in the middle of the table.
You see, just his eyes closed when he started talking. Thank you. Thank you.
Great. And then I'll walk off back to the bar and we'll be fine.
Cool. You walk off, and as you look back, you see him now placing the cred sticks as a border up the side of the table, and then he'll place the data pad in the middle, and again edge it out with his comb to sweep his hair every 3 or 4 seconds. And you can now see him interacting with the data pad, and the lenses roll back in front of his eyes.
So we're all at the bar drinking.
You're all at the bar drinking.
Yep.
I've got a little glass of bourbon.
I'll talk to the barman.
Yep.
Or I'll try and get his attention and just ask him if
Oh,
we
no.
want to... Alright, if we...
Not bad. If you want,
we
speak up.
sorry, I'll stand on the chair. So I'm at eye level.
With a minigun.
And I'll just say we've just finished the job. Who do we talk to about picking up
Who do you talk to about what?
another job?
My boss ain't here. Where is he? And he's looking about the place.
Abel, ask about our gear that we still haven't got yet. What's like the ETA on that?
Alright, give me a minute.
You know it was a couple of days, mate. I'm pretty sure that some of them 4 days, one were a week. You'd know that, Chess. You can ask, but it's been a couple of hours.
I thought some of them were a few hours that we had to go there.
I'll rewatch the episode if I can't find that fucking notepad. And he looks around.
Yitten,
There.
the conversation earlier with the older lady gave me to thinking that we also do not have anywhere like an accommodation.
Should we get a flat or something? Some sort of kind of abode?
An abode or dwelling would probably be of use, but I do not know, other than necessarily just a charging dock, what is required for Abel.
Even though I'm not around them whilst they're having that conversation in that way, with that tone of voice and phrasing, I fart in my mouth a little bit. For no reason, I'm just there going...
You'll probably need some sort of bed. I technically need the same accommodations as you, but I quite like a bedroom, if I'm honest. Bit of space. So we could ask the bartender if she knows of any those real estate agents nearby, or anyone who has a flat or something that we could rent or buy in the nearby area.
I believe we will also need a parking space.
Oh yeah, someone with a garage or off-road parking, secure parking with cameras so people don't nick our stuff.
Or more precisely, Nick Abel's Humvee.
Yes. I meant
But
as in a collective arm.
For no reason, I start to get a headache about how much this will probably all cost. Like off-road parking in San Francisco. It just...
Just out of curiosity, where is your Humvee? Evan?
I don't have it yet. The Sons of Paris are getting one.
It's arriving in a couple of days.
Cool.
Because there's a job to go and steal a Humvee. I remember that job. That's one that I turned down.
I also saw that job and was like, son of a...
Go get your own Humvee.
So we got to change the plates. We got to change the colour. Yeah, so I'm
Hot
going. Nice. I'm gonna just wander up to the bartender, like,
I'll do.
hi. Chuck a. I'm gonna chuck a 1,000 longs. I'm gonna say, do you know of any like real
Have you got
estate?
1,000 longs in cash, or are they all on your cred stick?
I have some in cash.
Okay.
My little hidden patch. I'm a smuggler. I've got to have some grease
That's
in
true.
them.
I just wanted to make sure that it was like you were doing the whole, shaking his hand.
Now I keep about between 5 and 10 in cash on me, like
Okay.
hidden away.
Cool.
Different areas.
So you give him 1,000 longs.
Yeah, just like, hi, just wondering if you knew of any like real estate agents or like anyone who had any apartments to rent or buy.
Well, this is our patch. So we are, and he kind of just starts pointing down the road. We've got a small block of apartments down there. You could probably, you're looking to buy, rent, trade, favour for.
Depending, trade a favour for.
Easy hubcap, easy go.
Was there anything particular you were keeping that for? Just depending on prices, so just want to kind of gauge what's available at the minute.
Give me a sec. And he goes to his carbon rulebook.
Let's talk real estate.
It's not real estate.
We need a 5-bedroom, 3.5 baths with a entertaining dining kitchen, a separate utility room for us to do our crafting and mending, a wet room so we can do any kind of medical things, and preferably a garage or off-road parking space.
At page 111.
That the very specific apartment block, was it, Dave?
No, that's how much rent is in each district.
District 3.
Bedroom.
So, we've got the capsule apartment block down the road. You're looking at five grand for the month per person. And it is a capsule. And you know these are literally a bed.
Is it like the capsule hotels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just not as nice.
It's a bunk.
It's a bunk, yeah, with a fly net over it. We got some 1-bedroom apartments in the same block. You're looking at 9 grand a month. We'll do you a discount of 8.5. You are doing some jobs for us. Again, that's per person. We don't have any 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms, but we got 2 4-bedroom apartments. So probably 16 grand. I'll tell you what, 15 grand for the month. And it's a 4-bedroom bungalow that's not far from the block. Folks have tried to rob it now and then. Some have defended it. Some have died defending it. Rent it at your own risk, basically.
Is it 15 per person?
Aye.
And is there off-road parking or like a garage or something?
Oh yeah, there's a driveway, there's a garage. There's no door on the garage, but stick him outside and just points at Chase, or nods to Chase.
Put my glass up, cheers.
He'll look good in a chain round his neck, just kind of barking.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna go talk to my colleagues and see what they say.
As you walk away, he kind of pockets the 1,000 one longs. He's like, some people are just really polite around here. Just carries on doing his bar person impression.
Abel, are you still at the bar?
Yeah.
Just waiting to get served.
We're this close. You're just like, sorry mate, and then you walk up with 1,000 credits. We're just like, I want to talk to you.
Just after some milk.
I just want to make my bones strong.
So, Ian walks up to Abel.
Yeah. I walk up to Abel like, can me and my friend get a drink as well, please?
Right, we'll just tab it up.
Thank you. Come back to the table?
Sure.
Cool.
I was about to find out about new jobs, but don't worry about it. We'll go back to the table first.
You can do that in a second. Let's talk
Thanks.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So just spoke to the bartender, and there's a few accommodation options. Do you want to all bunk up in the same place? Because there is a 4-bed bungalow with a garage for 15 grand each a month. What do you
I
think?
mean, it's better than now.
413X?
This unit doesn't require a room.
Cool, but it's got charging ports.
It's a garage.
That's all this unit requires.
Cool. Able?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Cool. I'm not. Well, John's fucked off, so.
It's 4 against 1. Jean's got no choice.
Absolutely, majority rules.
Oh, yes.
If John does not wish to join us, then he can make his own accommodation.
I think he already is.
Looking up. Playing.
This unit is not sure why you suggest that.
This
Ad
Cyber
hopping
Master
is
is
not
telling
us.
you to move on.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go. Okay, cool.
How much is it?
15 grand each a month.
You just got paid like a
A
million
million.
for stealing a van
750.
So we got
No,
paid
no,
750.
you got paid a
for
million.
like 2 hours
Didn't you?
work.
So sorry. Just to go back on the million, you all got a mil. What you should have got is 1250.
Oh!
Oh!
Yeah, sorry.
I took it as a mil
Yeah,
and then
I've
minus.
just clicked now when James said that. Yeah, sorry. You got a million, but you also see a deduction, so meaning it was higher, not you. Yeah, sorry, my bad. My
Right,
bad.
okay. There we go.
Alright, that's fine then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go. Apologies, Abel, for interrupting you, asking about new jobs. I'm just gonna go confirm and get, hopefully, sort out some keys and stuff, so we have a place to stay tonight. Check it out, and you can ask about jobs then. Because it'll be easier to work out jobs if we have a place we can
Oh yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
like heal up and like oil up our fucking gear. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the bar and go, hi, that 4-bed bungalow, is it possible to get that?
We only rent it out by the month, so it's how many of you?
4.
60 grand.
Cool, I'm just gonna pay that front.
Cool.
I'll
He
sort out
takes-
with you out later.
Cool. He takes the 60 from your credit stick, passes you a key card. Should still work. Just give it a rub if you don't.
Thank you kindly. And just, can you ping me the
Yeah, just
Okay.
scan the card over your HUD. It should give you directions on your headset. Or it did last time. Again, just breathe on it, blow it, give it a rub, it'll be fine. As you do it, don't work. You give it a little bit of a rub, and then it eventually works. Try a different pound coin. It's fine.
Oh.
And you do get the location. And it's about, if you were to walk it, maybe 10 minute walk. Maybe it's not far. It's not far.
Lovely. I'm gonna go back, sit down. No. Go the key. It's got a garage and everything for when you get your. What are you getting?
It's just an SUV,
Oh,
so
okay.
we can all travel around in semi style.
Nice. Cool.
So you have the evening to spend as you so
And
wish.
Aiden want to ask about jobs.
Yep. You have the evening to spend as you wish. You can either go straight to the thing, interact there, long rest, go to sleep, whatever you want to do. I'll go around all 4 of you, and you tell me what you wish to do with your evening / sleepy time. Chess.
I will suggest we go to the apartment, get settled, get a rest, come back in the morning. The job's potentially not going to go anywhere.
Okay. 4 and 3.
413X is going to investigate fresh cuts.
What, and ask around? Or are you, as in sat there, you're Googling the crap out of it, or are you asking people?
Yeah. Incognito browser mode on Google, yeah.
Obviously. It's 2185, mate. It's definitely like
Or dark web.
Chrome neon fucking.
I don't want Abel knowing what I'm going to buy him for his birthday.
disappointment and a cigar. Give me an investigation check.
I'm okay at these ones. 23.
I might be retconning something actually. 2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Have you got roll 20 open?
I do, yes.
Yeah. Have you got the map that you used last week?
I do, yes.
What's it say on the side of the lorry?
Oh shit, Tim.
Fresh something, but I can't make out the
Give
rest.
me a sec.
Did we nick a fresh grass fucking vehicle?
Definitely says. Oh, there we go. It's loaded properly. Fresh. I can't make out the smaller text.
And tasty.
What can't I find it? Oh, back out there.
It's fresh, and then it looks like a 6-letter word, and then the word market, maybe.
Yeah. Just go with fresh, not fresh cut.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my bad. I think it's because in a show I watch, one of the characters is called Fresh Cut Grass. Right? So it got mixed up, right? Let's just move on from there. But fresh.
Nice.
The
Fresh.
van that she drove away in was fresh. Some writing underneath that you don't remember. On your investigation, did you roll an investigation?
23, I think it was. Yes, because it's +5.
You get on the. You will spend your evening, or at least up until needing your long rest, doing that, and we'll come back to you. Ian, what are you doing with your evening?
Having a couple more drinks, then wandering to the abode, picking up some food on the way, and getting kind of settled.
Okay. Abel?
I'll hang around the bar for a bit and then sort of ask about jobs.
You're going to job on tonight then?
I'll assume they'll probably bring out some massive file and I'll break it down to about 10, where it's sort of like
Oh, cool, yeah.
go
10,
go
yeah,
kill
cheers,
someone
yeah.
or go whatever. Or,
I
you
will
know,
also share the location of the house to all the other three, just so they know.
Yeah. So, as the evening progresses, eventually Chase and Ian leave the bar and we'll head to the apartment. When you both get there, within moments of each other, there's no reason for you to go individually. But you get there, food is picked up along the way, you know, a few tinnies, some like proper like crap food. You get there and it is, when he said it was a 4-bedroom bungalow, it is 4 rooms. Like there's no living room, there's no kitchen, there's no, as in, there's those facilities, but there's not the rooms for them. The bathroom is bolted on to the thing. It's basically a shed that they welded to the side of the apartment, and there is a drive that is wide enough for 2 vehicles, including SUV-sized vehicles. And the garage is, as the barman said, it is a garage with no door and looks the strongest building, like structure, out of everything you're seeing. It'll protect you from the rain and the wind and the snow. If Chase has a moment with his minigun, you're probably left without an house. But it is definitely 4-roomed. There are bunks in there, and like I said, there are cooking facilities and washing facilities, but they're all kind of just there.
But as we're going in, I won't go with a minigun. I'll get the phase shift sword out, and I'll go through the house, see if anyone's in it, kick them out.
Cool.
I mean, he's going to go literally through the house with a face.
Cut the house down. I'll offer that puff and I'll blow your house down.
Yeah, I'm
If he has a moment, you mean when he sees it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through and check as well for any kind of squatters or
Okay.
vermin
So
that might be
Chase,
there.
you said it first, so roll with advantage as Ian helps you on investigation. Not you,
Nat
Ian.
20.
Chase is rolling with advantage.
I'm, not,
I thought you were. I just
I'm
having a
looking
moment.
at puppies.
Oh, I thought, wait, we all have it. Chase, nat 20.
Nat
Roll
20.
again, you've got advantage. Yeah, you fucking did as well. Good.
We might get another one.
No, still Nat 20's the best one.
So, what's your total score?
23.
23. Going through the house, clear. You don't see any people in there. It's been used maybe a couple of nights ago.
There's piss in the corner.
It doesn't smell pissy.
Oh.
It doesn't smell shitty. Somebody's definitely smoked something recreational. There's a variety of things in San Francisco that you can get other than the old carbon rubber. However, it seems to whoever was here last they haven't necessarily made the beds or anything, but it's left in a state that you and Yi and us, she's helping you look around the place, don't mind. Right? It's not like high level stuff, but you don't mind it. It's enough to get your head down.
We can clean it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tonight, just.
Cracking open a few beers and stuff, putting out your foods, just generally chilling, getting ready for the old, just getting your head down or charging block or whatever it is you've since do. Your investigation of 23 reveals a couple of things. You find a cred stick with 15,000 1 on it.
Hey, 1 month free.
For one person.
Well,
Yeah.
you 3 owe me anyway.
Gift horse in the mouth.
Where are you? You find 2 energy drinks, unopened. Written on the side of the energy drink is the word "death from within" and a skull on it.
Seems about right.
So they've come a long way since Red Bull.
Yeah.
Last energy drink I had was Tornado.
Still a long way from death from inside.
Death from within. You find a vibro knife. Yep.
Like how you get excited over the cutlery.
Ooh.
It's a spoon.
A single frag grenade, Mark 1, MK1.
That's mine. I left that. Sorry.
Great.
What'd you get? 23.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I think
that's
Yi
what-
Eun claimed that one. She really loves her grenades.
Ooh.
And a revolver that is not biolocked. There are only 6 shots in it, and you find no other ammo for it. The revolver is
The
well
20th
made.
century one.
No, it's an actual revolver.
Oh.
So you've got 21st century pistol,
Dragon.
and then you've got revolver. It is well made. There is a what's the word? Sea serpent. You know what's his face? The Nordic one, Jormungandr.
Jormungandr.
Jormungandr. There is a image of Jormungandr, like hastily. You probably don't know it's Jormungandr, but it looks like a sea serpent on the handle of the revolver. It's not like sparkly chrome. It's just a well-made revolver with this Nordic-looking sea serpent on the handle of it.
Okay, that's unique.
That's fancy.
The DC to find that was 23.
Fucking hell. Lucky. Well, that's yours.
And that will be your evening as you're just having a drink and sharing crap food and just looking about the place. Like you've done the military side, protective side of like make sure it's safe, and then you two have kind of just checked
Eating
on the
dominoes.
mattresses and stuff like this, carefully with a stick. But yeah, so that's what you'll have found together rather than just you one chase. That's why you got the image. Abel, as you are looking around and kind of just interacting with a few of the bar folk, and you're just mingling, you're just fitting in, you're sharing a pint. There's a lot of talk of bikes. In your retire, you get the odd couple that just happen to be a bit of a fan of the old spaghetti westerns, such as the one with Chris Pratt and Serenity. For fuck's sake.
I'll get extremely excited about the one other person in the entire universe who has also watched 1,000 Ways to Die in the West.
What's his name?
What?
Does the voice? Is it Seth?
Seth MacFarlane. I have
Seth?
seen it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's amazing.
Turns out this guy's
I
a
fell
clone of
asleep
Seth.
in it.
Oh no. The person doing the cred stick counting that was on the data pad earlier, they packed up, again very meticulously, and left the premises through a door, not the front one. But before they went, they spoke to a woman who would rival Chase in an arm wrestle. She strides across to you. She holds that physical presence that Chase does. She's tall, she's broad-shouldered. Her forearms are covered in tattoos that are very complementary to the Sons of Chaos. Her leather jacket is sleeveless. She's not only a Amazonian, but she spends a lot of her time picking up heavy stuff. There is a thick wooden blunted war axe on her belt. It looks more like a meat tenderizer than something that you chop wood with. Okay. Click that and I'll kill you.
Oh, there's no hobnobs with this one.
Yeah, fair. Alright, we're tired, right? That's fucking 20. So, she comes over. Her head, she's completely bald until she gets right in front of you, and when she does this with her hand, you can see a long, like, middle mohawk of long hair just kind of appear, like statically appear as she just runs it down. Runs her hand over her bald head. There's tattoos all over her bald head, but the hair is visible, like static electricity visible, and then disappears invisibly again as she just doesn't run her hand through it. Looking for work?
Yeah.
What are you good at?
Stealing vans and shooting stuff. So far.
Tick.
Shoot that. And she points at a dartboard that's not been used for, 30 years.
Okay, I'll pull out my revolver and shoot it.
I'll pull out the minigun. I'll tear it down the wall. Give me an attack.
Fire and a miss.
It's a dartboard, so
Yeah.
I've got
15.
15?
Rolled an 8.
Yeah.
Use the reroll. Use the reroll.
Yeah, we've got it. Use it.
You can if you want to.
No.
Oh, cool.
15.
That was the last point, and we're going to use it.
You
I'll
hit,
roll a 1.
you shoot the number 15. Oh, it's 5 past 11. So yeah, you shoot the number 15. She's like, cool. I got a job for you where you can shoot stuff. There's these bunch of fucking street rats. They keep robbing my marks. Right? Been hanging around the warehouse for fucking months. You might have seen them, grubby little shits. There's about 30 of them. Every one of them you kill. And I don't want them there. I don't want them wounded. She leans right close to you. She's got a real strong breath of, a ploughman's lunch in San Francisco. Every death, I'll give you 10 grand.
Alright.
But this is my job to you. I ain't going through the boss. I ain't going through Jamal. And she just signals back to clearly the person who was OCD in the cred sticks. This is mine. You can call me Rita. And she puts her arm out to you.
Alright.
And if anyone asks, it's Rita, as in Birita.
Alright.
Fucking hell. Alright.
Wait till you actually go to England. Everyone's going to be like, hey, hello, how are you? All the Yorkshire folk have gone to fucking America. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll make sure payment's ready.
Cool.
10 grand an head, little man. 10 grand an head.
Alright. I've got there's sort of like Abel's eyes have glazed over, much like Tormund from Game of Thrones looking at the big woman.
Okay.
Just like, okay, whatever you say.
Whatever you say. Fuck's sake.
Mummy, sorry.
Worst
Mummy,
marine
sorry.
ever. So, and that'll be our evening. That will be arranged after your mingling and shooting the dartboard and such. Do you eventually then head off back to the apartment?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as soon as I get there, I'll find Chase and be like, so Chase, right, I found this job,
Bits to steal, another fucking man.
which pays 10 grand per head. Apparently there's 30 of them down an alleyway, sort of near where a warehouse is. Apparently they've been mugging people. You up for it?
Now? Let's
No,
go.
not now. Maybe in 2 weeks' time.
Maybe in a long rest, mate. Maybe in a long rest.
See, you get my hopes up, and then you say not yet.
While you're...
I love the foreplay, but sweet Jesus, Abel.
You kiss my cheek, yet finger my ass. But yeah, that's what I got.
That'll be 10 grand. But yeah.
while you lot are doing whatever you were doing in an apartment block, 413X. What was your investigation? 26?
23.
23. Looking for, like, pulling those memories back from when you saw her taken away in the van. It doesn't take you long, even though obviously the evening of searching and investigating. But it doesn't take you long into that activity that you put two and two together, and the fresh logo on the truck you just took and the fresh logo. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's what? Whoa! 23 logo. The penny drops quite quick on that. Being the emotional wreck that you are, you put that in a nice little tab over here. You'll come back to that when you've done some more investigating. The long and short of it is, there was a special, similar to yourself, you were creating synths for military activity is not unknown. It's quite common. Creating them that are that surpass expectation, super rare. You've been one of them, and as you look back into those sort of historical things, you start seeing news articles and science papers and research papers and military debriefs about yourself that were publicised, about how great a success you were, like death counts, like more bragging rights than, like, as you read in the data doesn't make sense. The organisation of the data they present doesn't make sense to you because it's there to brag. You don't understand the logic of putting it in this news article. It's irrelevant to the article, but you do see a pattern, and again, throughout your 45 years of military service and evolving those learning skills and social skills to allow you to move between folk easier and such like this, you do see the bragging pattern in some of these things. What you eventually find is there was quite a large sponsor of seeing if non-synths could be pushed to the extremes that a synth could be pushed to, like the removing of emotions or manipulating of emotions. Could having the physicality of a synth with the human emotional range, could it be done? And it was more, you start to slowly piece together the possibility that many of your earlier missions were experiments, tests, trial runs of young humans working with a young synth. Even though you were developed and given a maturity when it came to combat and stealth and marksmanship and stuff like this, you still had a new sentience, which they also monitored and again bragged about how well you'd evolved and how human you were acting, and there's outright lies about how you reacted in some of the missions and the decisions you made, and they kind of embellish with a poet's kind of spin on some people swear they saw you shed a tear when ordering certain attacks or defences or retreats and stuff, and it's just outright lies. You're literally reading it, it's outright lies. The more you read them, the more, again, that illogical data being shared that doesn't match the reality of what your memories are now reoccurring. You, for a split second, see 3 names that were associated with this sponsor, which was known as Fresh. They've had many sub-names, like there's like Fresh Life, Fresh Afterlife, Fresh Air, many words that you can just bolt onto the word fresh, and these have all been sister companies or sub-companies of this initial umbrella of Fresh. The logos have all been similar, and again, your 2 goes to 3 to 4, and they're the sponsor, at least that was funding these military experiments and stuff regarding synths and the human psyche. Michaela is mentioned. Her surname you cannot pull from the files, but you are aware from obviously when you remembered that someone has deliberately done that in real time. This is not historical. And for a split second you see 2 other names, but can't quite grasp what they are, as they are quickly, again, you feel that intrusion into a memory. It feels as though you are looking into an external source for that memory rather than your own memory, and that's where the block happens. Which does tell you that you still have a connection to external sources that you could maybe prod at a later point, just for James's awareness with progression. By the end of the evening, you've discovered that Fresh X is responsible for funding a military experiment regarding the physicality of synths and the psyche of humans in soldiers. Very, like, it's obviously always about the military and what they can achieve. Bragging rights are far and wide, especially in circles of military history and people's interest in that sort of thing. Every Wikipedia you went on. The illogical spreading of data. I'll give me an intelligence check in a second. And that Michaela was definitely one of those as part of that thing. The final thing that hits home is that of the unit that you went out there with, they were never meant to survive. Only you were, which is new news to you. As far as you're concerned, right up until that moment, and this is when it all comes together rather than there's a big neon banner on the internet telling you so. You put it all together, piece it all together, file for all the reports and the briefs and the way it's told. And just the language used about the mission and its experimental data and stuff like this, you figure it out. They were never meant to survive, only you were. And you brought back 3 of them. But at the time, it was a mission that you chose to retreat from because of how horrendously dangerous and lethal it had become from just a first level mission. Some 3 whammers out here, I tell you. But yeah,
I'm trying to ignore them as best I can.
children. Yeah. But yeah, that's what you figure out by the end of the night. Do you remain in the bar and charge up in the bar, or do you actually go to the apartment?
No, I'll go to the apartment once the last person's left, accompanying them.
As 413X arrives at the apartment, the 3 of you are kind of just in your bunks, cot beds, plugged in somewhere, just about to drift off. 413X enters the building and, unless says otherwise, will place themselves in a position to charge for the night. And we'll call the session there. Because it went on a bit longer than normal. So,
we did finish early last time, so
that is
they're
true.
okay.
That is true. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Got loads of stuff on there. I've been waiting for 30 seconds. Hooray! Thank you so much, Robo. I know we didn't blow anything up, but it is super appreciated that you subscribed. Thank you very much.
2 weeks' time,
I
we are
can
blowing this
guarantee
shit.
something explodes in the next session.
Not
So-
just Chase.
I mean, we leave it with them.
They're
fair, John
not going to
probably-
see people, they're just going to see money.
Yeah. So yes, thank you very much for that, Rowan. It's appreciated. Thank you very much for tuning in, folks. I think we had a host earlier from Dice Viola. Thank you very much, Dice Viola. You can check them out on our channel on a Sunday. They play D&D. Thank you for the 200 bits Bardic Inspiration. You're a legend, Mel. And our last followed us yesterday. Brilliant. Thanks for that. It's only been 5 years. But yeah, super thanks for tuning in. It'll be on YouTube. You can check out the VOD. It stays on Twitch for like 60 days. So don't worry about if you want to go back and watch it. We're all over. Just look at us on social media. Put in Heavyweight Gaming, you'll find us. We run every 2 weeks. The Carbon Game on a Thursday, 8 till 11. Again, I'll shout out about it. If you want to know when we're going again, do your following and subscribing and notifications and stuff. And yeah, super thanks for that. I hope you enjoyed that, please.
Thank
I hope
you.
that was
Loved it. It was
very,
amazing.
Very different style to the last couple, but yeah, you're back on Earth now. I can start throwing your backstories at you. That's accurate, Lauren. That's accurate.
Time to go back to Mars, right?
I left my backstory on Mars. So
What a shoot!
Venus.
Let's go to a different planet. Right. Thank you very much. Chat, take care of yourselves. It's an absolute pleasure. It's super cool having folk heckle and jump in and throw in on the story and enjoy it. And players, thank you very much. It's been cool. So for now, say goodbye, players.
Bye,
Goodbye, players.
Bye.
See you later, folks. Thank you. Bye.